My beloved child, pause for a moment and listen with your heart. What you are about to hear is no accident. It was placed here for your ears, for your life. You are standing on holy ground. Thought the world around you feels like quicksand, but is you. And I've come to remind you that your story isn't over. There is more ahead than you ever imagined. Stay until the final breath of this message, for within it lies the very thing you've been praying for: insolence. This is not a coincidence. This is divine timing. Do not look away. Now your breakthrough is closer than your next breath. You've walked through moments where it seemed nothing moved, where the weight of waiting pressed into your soul like an unrelenting winter. But I've seen every silent cry, every step where your feet dragged through fogs of doubt and fatigue. And now I say to you with the fullness of my voice, this is your season. Not tomorrow, not after some invisible benchmark is met. Now, I have declared a new beginning over you, and my words do not return empty. I have woven transformation into the very soil beneath your feet, and it's already responding to my command. The barren spaces you've carried within you are awakening. What felt like delay was preparation. What felt like denial was me shaping your roots so they could hold the weight of what's coming. There's a shift happening around you and within you, even now, though you may not yet see it with your natural eyes. But I am the God who breathes life where there was none, who brings rivers through deserts, and raises what has fallen into something greater than before. I'm not asking you to understand how it will unfold. I'm asking you to believe me. This transformation isn't small or cosmetic. It reaches into the depths of who you are, redefining, restoring, and realigning every part of your being with the design I wrote before you were born. You haven't missed it. You haven't disqualified yourself. There's no mistake that has written you out of my plans. If only you could see how I've held your story in my hands all along, guarding the parts you thought were wasted. The pain that threatened to unravel you became the very place where my power has rooted deepest. Even your waiting has been sacred to me. Every moment that felt empty was pregnant with what I was nurturing in silence. The transformation I'm bringing now will reveal what your eyes couldn't yet recognize: that I never left you, not even for a breath. You aren't being rebuilt with what was broken. I am creating something entirely new. This isn't a return to who you once were. This is the unveiling of who you are becoming through me. That heaviness you've carried, the ache of promises unfulfilled, I am lifting it now. I'm not giving you a temporary relief, but a complete renewal. Your heart will know freedom again. Joy will rise in places where sorrow lingered too long. I am restoring what was stolen, but I'm also adding what you never imagined possible. My transformation doesn't simply restore, it multiplies. This is why I call you to trust me, not because the path will always feel smooth, but because my hand never leaves yours. Trust does not require clarity, it requires surrender. Let go of the timelines you've built in your mind. Release the comparisons that have tormented your peace. This is your season, not based on what others see, but based on what I've declared. Heaven has moved on your behalf, and nothing can stop what I have ordained. You won't only step into newness, you will become it. The change won't be skin deep. It will mark every thought, every relationship, every breath. Can you sense it beginning even now? I'm softening the ground beneath you. Things that felt hardened are yielding. I'm surrounding you with favor, orchestrating connections and open doors in the unseen. I have gone before you. Your transformation isn't dependent on your strength, but on my spirit. I'm not watching from afar. I am in it with you. Every step forward is infused with my power. You don't have to force your growth. You only have to stay close to me. I will carry you through what you cannot yet carry yourself. You are not who you were. You are not who you feared you'd become. You are mine, and I am unfolding your life with precision and beauty. This season will testify of my faithfulness, in a way that nothing before it has. And as you begin to see the fruits of this transformation, you will know it was not luck, not timing, not coincidence. It was me. It was always me. My child, you've walked through moments where it seemed nothing moved, where the weight of waiting pressed into your soul like an unrelenting winter. But I've seen every silent cry, every step where your feet dragged through fogs of doubt and fatigue. And now I say to you with the fullness of my voice, this is your season. Not tomorrow, not after some invisible benchmark is met. Now, I have declared a new beginning over you, and my words do not return empty. I have woven transformation into the very soil beneath your feet, and it's already responding to my command. The barren spaces you've carried within you are awakening. What felt like delay was preparation. What felt like denial was score. Me shaping your roots so they could hold the weight of what's coming. There's a shift happening around you and within you, even now, though you may not yet see it with your natural eyes. But I am the God who breathes life where there was none, who brings rivers through deserts, and raises what has fallen into something greater than before. I'm not asking you to understand how it will unfold. I'm asking you to believe me. This transformation isn't small or cosmetic. It reaches into the depths of who you are, redefining, restoring, and realigning every part of your being with the design I wrote before you were born. You haven't missed it. You haven't disqualified yourself. There's no mistake that has written you out of my plans. If only you could see how I've held your story in my hands all along, guarding the parts you thought were wasted. The pain that threatened to unravel you became the very place where my power has rooted deepest. Even your waiting has been sacred to me. Every moment that felt empty was pregnant with what I was nurturing in silence. The transformation I'm bringing now will reveal what your eyes couldn't yet recognize, that I never left you, not even for a breath. You aren't being rebuilt with what was broken. I am creating something entirely new. This isn't a return to who you once were. This is the unveiling of who you are becoming through me. That heaviness you've carried, the ache of promises unfulfilled, I am lifting it now. I'm not giving you a temporary relief, but a complete renewal. Your heart will know freedom again. Joy will rise in places where sorrow lingered too long. I am restoring what was stolen, but I'm also adding what you never imagined possible. My transformation doesn't simply restore, it multiplies. This is why I call you to trust me, not because the path will always feel smooth, but because my hand never leaves yours. Trust does not require clarity, it requires surrender. Let go of the timelines you've built in your mind. Release the comparisons that have tormented your peace. This is your season, not based on what others see, but based on what I've declared. Heaven has moved on your behalf, and nothing can stop what I have ordained. You won't only step into newness, you will become it. The change won't be skin deep. It will mark every thought, every relationship, every breath. Can you sense it beginning even now? I'm softening the ground beneath you. Things that felt hardened are yielding. I'm surrounding you with favor, orchestrating connections and open doors in the unseen. I have gone before you. Your transformation isn't dependent on your strength, but on my spirit. I'm not watching from afar. I am in it with you. Every step forward is infused with my power. You don't have to force your growth. You only have to stay close to me. I will carry you through what you cannot yet carry yourself. You are not who you were. You are not who you feared you'd become. You are mine, and I am unfolding your life with precision and beauty. This season will testify of my faithfulness in a way that nothing before it has. And as you begin to see the fruits of this transformation, you will know it was not luck, not timing, not coincidence. It was me. It was always me. You've waited long under skies that seemed silent. You've walked roads where each step felt like it echoed into nothingness, where prayers felt like whispers into the wind. But I have been listening. I have watched every moment. I have gathered each tear, marked every sigh, and heard what words failed to express. You have not been forgotten, not for a single second. I have held your heart close, even when it trembled with uncertainty. And now I declare to you, this is your season, not in some distant tomorrow, not once you've done more or proven yourself worthy. No, beloved, now, in this very hour, I have appointed transformation to rise around you, and I am calling you to step into it. This is not the season of delay. This is not the time of wandering. This is the moment when what I have spoken over you begins to come alive. You may feel like the same person who stumbled through yesterday, but I see the roots of something new already pressing through the surface. I see what you cannot yet see. I am the one who causes seeds to grow in hidden places, who waters dry ground until it breaks into blossom. Your life isn't stagnant, it has been ripening. And now I am lifting the veil, parting what has obscured your vision, and revealing the first light of what I've been preparing all along. You are standing in the first breath of a divine unfolding, and the air around you is thick with promise. Not empty words, not fragile hope. My word, spoken from eternity, will not return void. And what I have spoken over your life is this: it is your season to rise. Not because you earned it, not because you did everything right, but because I am faithful, because my plans are not fragile, because my grace reaches deeper than your flaws, your delays, your moments of faltering. I am not limited by what limited you. I am not ashamed of your past, nor am I threatened by your doubts. I am God, and when I declare a new season, nothing can resist the change it brings, not even the parts of you that still feel afraid. So let the fear fall, let it dissolve in the warmth of my love. You don't need to carry it into this next chapter. It has no place here. What's ahead of you is built on different ground. You have wrestled through long nights, through disappointments that threatened to shape your identity. You've had to let go of things you once thought were promises, not realizing I was pruning what couldn't carry you where I was taking you. I know it hurt. I know it felt like loss. But now you will begin to see the wisdom behind the waiting. You will understand that I was not withholding from you. I was protecting what I was building in you. The foundation had to be deep. The roots had to be strong, and now that they are, you are ready to hold what I am pouring out. This transformation is not a surface change. It is not a cosmetic renewal. It is a holy reworking of your very identity. You are not merely being restored to what you once were. You are becoming someone you have never been before. Someone who walks in authority and peace and clarity and joy. The old limitations are breaking. The old lies are losing their grip. I'm touching places in your heart that you locked away long ago, places you thought were too broken to heal, and I am saying, live again. I am speaking life into the soil of your soul, and what was dormant is beginning to stir. There is nothing accidental about this moment. You didn't stumble here. You were led. Every detour, every silence, every delay, I used it. Even the things that were never part of my will, I have woven into a tapestry that leads to this moment. And now I invite you to lift your head and look with new eyes. Can you sense the shift in the atmosphere? It may still look like winter, but beneath the frost, the soil is moving. It may still feel quiet, but in the silence, I am speaking in ways your spirit is beginning to recognize. Transformation doesn't always come with thunder. Sometimes it begins with a whisper that says, now. I know the voice of doubt still lingers. I know the weight of what you've carried doesn't disappear in a day. But trust me when I say the grip of the past is loosening. My spirit is moving, and I'm not asking you to make the change happen. I'm asking you to surrender to it. Let me do the heavy lifting. Let me pull you forward. All I ask is that you lean into me, rest in me. Let my words be louder than your fear. Let my promises be your anchor when the winds of uncertainty rise. I am not promising an absence of struggle. I am promising presence, mine, always with you, always guiding, always surrounding you with favor. This is your season. This is not a borrowed hope or a passing moment. This is a divine appointment. You are not here by chance. You are not hearing this by accident. My timing is never off. You were made for this season, and this season has been crafted with you in mind. The transformation is already beginning, and as you begin to walk in it, you will discover strength you didn't know you had, peace that doesn't make sense, joy that runs deeper than circumstance. And through it all, I will be with you, not watching from a distance, but walking beside you, speaking life into every step. You're stepping into something sacred. This isn't just a new chapter. This is a divine unveiling, and you, my beloved, are the masterpiece being revealed. There is a sacred weight to the turning of a season, and I want you to feel the gravity of what is happening in your spirit now. This is not a minor adjustment or a subtle shift. This is a divine reorientation. I'm taking the pieces of your life, those scattered, unfinished fragments that you struggled to fit together, and I'm rearranging them according to my design. You've tried to make sense of the delays, the denials, and the doors that wouldn't open, but now you will see that nothing was wasted. What felt like rejection was divine redirection. What looked like silence was the sound of me reshaping the very architecture of your destiny. I was not absent in those quiet spaces. I was working in ways your natural eyes could not perceive. I am drawing you deeper into alignment, not with a version of you shaped by fear or scarcity, but with the person I have always known you to be. My vision of you has never been clouded. I've seen past the masks you've worn, past the moments you doubted your own worth, and I have never wavered in my love for you. You've measured yourself against standards that were never mine, judged yourself through lenses that distorted the truth, but I'm removing those filters now. I'm clearing your vision so you can see what I've always seen, a child worth redeeming, restoring, and empowering. There's a quiet power in surrender, and that is what I am calling you into now. Not the kind of surrender that feels like giving up, but the kind that feels like finally exhaling. You don't need to strive to become what I've already declared you are. You are not becoming my child. You already are. You are not earning my favor. You already have it. You are not proving your value. You are living from it. Transformation begins not when you do more, but when you believe deeper. When you stop trying to qualify yourself and start resting in the truth that I chose you before you ever said yes to me. There will be moments in this season when the transformation I bring feels unfamiliar, even uncomfortable. That's not because something is wrong. It's because you're growing beyond what you were once told was possible. You're breaking agreements with shame. You're stepping outside the definitions others gave you. And that kind of freedom can feel strange at first. But don't retreat. Don't try to shrink back into old patterns that once felt safe but kept you bound. I'm with you in the discomfort. I am your comfort in the unfamiliar. And I'm not simply leading you out. I'm anchoring you in something far greater. Your identity is being restored to its divine origin, no longer rooted in performance, comparison, or fear, but anchored in truth. I'm teaching you how to hear my voice above all others, to listen not for affirmation from the world, but confirmation from my spirit. This is where the real transformation takes root, not just in your circumstances, but in how you see yourself, how you speak about yourself, and how you walk forward each day. You're not a product of your past. You're a revelation of my future. When you align with my view of you, everything changes. You stop tolerating what was never meant for you. You begin to walk with boldness, not arrogance, but holy confidence, because you know whose you are. You begin to love with compassion, not to earn love back, but because you are overflowing with it. You forgive more easily, not because it didn't hurt, but because you are no longer living chained to the offense. This is what transformation looks like. not polished perfection, but holy wholeness. So if you still feel broken, let me remind you, brokenness in my hands becomes beauty. I do not discard what is cracked, I fill it with glory. I am not ashamed of the places in you that still need healing. I draw near to them. I touch them with tenderness. I pour my spirit into the cracks until what once felt like a wound becomes a well. Do not fear the process. You are not being dismantled. You are being refined. And in this season, as you step more fully into the person I've called you to be, you'll notice something shifting in the way you move through the world. Peace will guide you where anxiety once reigned. Joy will rise even when circumstances fluctuate. Clarity will come where confusion used to dwell. These are not emotional highs. They are the evidence of transformation. You are no longer living at the mercy of the external. You are rooted in the eternal. I live in you, and my life within you is unshakable. You don't have to understand every step to trust where I'm taking you. I'm not asking for your clarity. I'm asking for your courage. Trust that I, who began this work in you, will bring it to completion. Trust that every part of you is known, loved, and purposed. Trust that what I am building will outlast every storm and will bear fruit that blesses more than just your life. You are part of something bigger than you can yet comprehend. But I see it clearly, and it's beautiful. You've questioned your timing. You've wondered if you were late, if you missed the opportunity, if somehow the door closed while you were still fumbling with the key. But hear me clearly now. My timing for your life is perfect. There's not been a single delay that I did not allow for your good. Even what felt like standing still was a crucial part of your becoming. You don't see what I see. You look at your life through the lens of time, counting days and years. But I dwell beyond time. I am not measuring you by the pace of others. I am shaping you for what only you can carry. And some of the most sacred callings require seasons of hidden preparation. You have not been overlooked. You have been preserved. There is a sacredness in the waiting that few understand until they emerge from it. You thought you were losing time, but you were gaining depth. You were being refined in silence, strengthened where no one could applaud you, tested where no one could see. And now, because you allowed me to do that hidden work, you are ready. Ready not just for the blessing, but for the responsibility that comes with it. Ready to steward what I place in your hands, not with pride, but with humility. Your transformation was never just for you. I have been preparing you to carry something for others too, to be a vessel of healing, of light, of truth. Do not mourn what you think you lost. Nothing is lost in my kingdom. Even the years you thought were wasted, I redeem them. Even the time you think was stolen, I restore it. The fruit of your obedience will come not just in personal breakthrough, but in how your life begins to echo my voice to those around you. You are not stepping into success. You are stepping into purpose. And that purpose carries power, not because of your effort, but because it's aligned with my will. What you build in this season will not crumble. What you touch in this season will bear eternal weight, but you must trust my pace. Transformation is not rushed. What I am doing in you is not a performance. It is a process. And in every part of it, I am close. I see when the waiting wears on you, when the patience grows thin, when the doubts begin to whisper again. But I am not dissuaded by your weakness. I am drawn to it. For when you are weak, my strength shines the brightest. I did not choose you for your perfection. I chose you because you are mine, and I will never abandon what I have claimed as my own. There are still things you don't understand, questions that haven't been answered. That's okay. I'm not asking you to solve every mystery. I'm asking you to stay near. Proximity to me is your peace. Closeness to me is your clarity. You've been searching for direction, trying to figure out which way to go, but the map you need is not a list of instructions. It's me. When you walk with me, you will not miss the turn. When you rest in me, you will not wander in vain. The answers you seek will unfold as you move forward in obedience, not before. So do not despise the small beginnings. Do not dismiss the quiet steps. I'm in the subtle, in the slow, in the steady. My kingdom often grows like a seed hidden beneath the surface, watered in silence until suddenly it breaks through with life. And just like that, the thing you thought would never change will bloom. Suddenly the door will open. Suddenly the healing will come. Suddenly the way will clear. But that suddenly moment is built on 1,000 unseen yesterdays of trust. And you, my beloved, have trusted well, even when you didn't feel strong. That matters to me. That moves me. What I'm about to do will feel like acceleration, but it is only the visible part of what has been happening all along. You have been in motion even when you felt still. You have been growing even when you felt numb. I have been moving mountains on your behalf, arranging divine alignments, preparing hearts and circumstances to receive you at the exact moment you arrive. Nothing about this season is random. Everything has been orchestrated with care. Do not be surprised by favor. Do not hesitate when doors swing wide. Walk through them with the confidence of one who is sent, not just someone who is lucky to arrive. You're not stumbling into blessing. You're walking in it with intention. I'm placing you where your voice will carry weight, where your presence will shift atmospheres, where your obedience will ripple into lives you haven't even met yet. This is the impact of your transformation. It is not just for your comfort, it is for my glory. And you will know it's me because the peace that surrounds it will be unlike anything you could manufacture. You won't have to force it, chase it, or beg for it. It will flow because that's what happens when you move in rhythm with me. I'm not only changing your life, I'm changing how you experience life. The striving ends here. The fear breaks here. The delay is over. This is your season, and I'm leading you through it step by step. The transformation I am bringing into your life is not limited to external change. It reaches the depths of your emotions, your beliefs, your patterns of thought. There are parts of your heart that have long carried the scars of old fears, voices that told you who you were not, moments that branded you with false names, unworthy, forgotten, unloved. But I have never spoken those words over you. I have never looked at you through the lens of your mistakes or your wounds. I have always seen the original design, the image of you I held before the world ever touched you. And now I am calling that version of you forward. I am awakening what trauma tried to silence. I'm resurrecting what sorrow tried to bury. Do not resist what I'm bringing into the light. Some of what is rising now may feel uncomfortable, not because it is wrong, but because it is unfamiliar. You've learned to live with certain emotional weight so long that freedom might feel like a threat at first. But I promise you this. You don't need to carry what I am lifting. You don't need to protect what I am healing. I am not afraid of the mess. I step into your pain with compassion, not condemnation. I don't need you to clean up before I draw near. I come because I love you as you are, and I love you too much to leave you in patterns that diminish your soul. There are old narratives that need to be rewritten, and I'm doing that now. You have believed lies for so long that they began to sound like truth. But hear me, you are not a burden. You are not too much. You're not forgotten or behind. You're not a mistake. You are my delight. You are my masterpiece in motion. You're the one I sing over when no one else sees. You are the one I fought for, and the battles you faced are not proof of abandonment. They are evidence of how much your life threatens darkness. The enemy tried to convince you you were weak so that you would never step into your strength, but that deception is breaking now. This transformation requires a new agreement, not with your past, not with your pain, but with my promise. You've tried to heal by managing your behavior, by working harder, by keeping it all together. But true healing happens not by effort, but by encounter. I'm not offering you a self-improvement plan. I'm offering you myself. I want to dwell with you in the places you've hidden. I want to whisper love into the places you've hated. I want to show you how I see you, not once you're fixed, but now, especially now. So I invite you to bring me your fear, not just the obvious ones, but the deep-rooted ones. The fear of rejection, of failure, of being alone. I know the layers they've taken on. I know how they've shaped your choices, your relationships, your view of me. But those fears are no match for my perfect love. I am not angry with you for being afraid. I understand why you built those walls. But now I am gently removing them, brick by brick, so that light can come in. Your vulnerability is not a liability in my presence. It is the soil where real connection grows. Transformation is tender before it is visible. It often starts with tears, with honesty, with a crack in the mask you've worn to survive. And in that space, I meet you, not to scold, but to soothe. I am not rushing your healing. I am patient with you. I am not shocked by your struggle. I am drawn to your authenticity. And every time you choose truth over pretense, you are moving deeper into freedom. Every time you let me hold what you used to hide, you are stepping closer to wholeness. Do not let shame speak louder than grace. I have already seen it all. The darkest thought, the most painful moment, the secret you hoped no one would find. I saw it, and I stayed. My love is not a contract, it is a covenant. It does not shift based on your success or your failure. It holds, it endures, it pursues. And it is that love that is transforming you from the inside out. You don't need to try harder to deserve it. You only need to let it in. I'm not promising a life without pain, but I'm promising a life where pain no longer defines you. I will use what once broke you to build strength in others. I will turn your mourning into compassion, your scars into connection. What you once thought disqualified you will become the very thing I use to minister to others. This is the redemption I bring. Not just healing for you, but healing through you. You are being transformed not only to receive my love, but to reflect it. And when others see you, they will see me. This is not a temporary fix. This is the restoration of your identity. This is the breaking of generational weight. This is the healing of emotional inheritance. This is the miracle of grace rewriting history, starting with you. And as this season unfolds, you will not only feel different, you will be different. The heaviness will lift, the numbness will thaw, the joy will return. Not as a fleeting emotion, but as a new baseline for your soul. There is something sacred in how I speak to your spirit before your circumstances change. Transformation begins in the hidden place, in the way your thoughts begin to shift, in how you start to see your future differently, in the way you dare to hope again, even when nothing around you has visibly changed. That is the evidence that I am near. The enemy wants you to believe that nothing is happening until you can hold it in your hands. But I tell you this, the most profound changes start beneath the surface, in silence, in stillness, in the quiet affirmations you whisper to yourself when no one is watching. That is where my spirit moves first, inside you. And as I do this inner work, I'm calling you to release what no longer fits this new season. Not because it was wrong, but because it was for a time that has passed. There are mindsets, behaviors, and even relationships that were part of your survival, but they cannot carry you into your transformation. Letting go is not rejection, it is realignment. When I lead you to release, it is because I am opening space for something better. You cannot receive what is next if your hands are still clinging to what is expired. Trust me in this release. I know what you need. I know who needs to walk with you and who does not. And I know how to bring healing even through the letting go. You've grown used to certain patterns that kept you safe but small. This season requires expansion. That means your comfort zone will be stretched, not to punish you, but to prepare you. I'm not pushing you beyond what you can handle. I am revealing what you're capable of with me. There is a courage in you that you haven't met yet. There is resilience you haven't touched. and in this season I am drawing it out. You will not walk into transformation timidly. You will rise into it with boldness, not because you are confident in yourself alone, but because you are rooted in me. You've been walking with a quiet strength, one that others may not have seen or affirmed, but I've seen it. I've seen you get up when everything inside you screamed to stay down. I've seen you show kindness when you felt empty. I've watched you worship when your heart was breaking. That, my child, is faith. Not the loud kind, not the visible kind, but the kind that moves mountains. And now I am responding to that faith with fullness. This is not a reward. It is a continuation. You planted seeds of trust, and I am bringing the harvest. I know you wonder sometimes if you're really ready for the change, for the calling, for the blessing. But readiness in my kingdom isn't about perfection. It's about willingness. Are you willing to trust me beyond what you understand? Are you willing to follow when the path isn't fully clear? Are you willing to let me lead you even when it feels unfamiliar? If your answer is yes, even through fear, even through uncertainty, then you're ready. I will equip you as you move. I will reveal the next step as you take the first. I am not asking for flawless obedience. I am asking for your heart. There is favor surrounding you now. You may not feel it yet, but it is already positioning things on your behalf. Conversations are shifting. Opportunities are aligning. Things that were once impossible are beginning to bend under the weight of my presence. Do not be surprised when doors open suddenly. Do not be shocked when what once resisted you begins to yield. It is not coincidence. It is my hand. I go before you. I level mountains. I make a way in the wilderness. Your transformation will not be hindered. It is backed by heaven. And when resistance comes, and it will, know this. It is not a sign that you are wrong. Sometimes resistance comes not because you are off course, but because you are finally on it. The enemy sees what I'm doing in you. He senses the shift. And though he cannot stop what I have ordained, he will try to distract you, delay you, discourage you. But I am your shield. I am your defender. You don't need to fight to prove anything. Just stand. Stand in truth. Stand in love. Stand in me. I will fight the battles you cannot see. Transformation also comes with responsibility. With the increase comes greater influence. And with influence comes the need for greater intimacy with me. Do not let your rising platform become a substitute for private time in my presence. The higher you go, the deeper your roots must grow. Stay close. Let me be your first source of validation, direction, peace. Do not chase applause. Chase my heart. That is where your authority is born. And even in moments when you feel overwhelmed, remember this. I chose you not despite your weaknesses, but through them. I chose you knowing your struggles. I chose you because my strength shows best in surrendered vessels. You don't need to be the strongest, the smartest, or the most qualified. You only need to say yes and keep saying it. Yes when it's easy. Yes when it's hard. Yes when you don't know how it ends. That yes is what I use. That yes is what transforms you. So let me continue this work in you. Let me lead you beyond the borders of who you thought you were. Let me show you what I had in mind all along. The transformation is real. The season is here. And you, my beloved, are more ready than you know. There's a deep part of your soul that has yearned not just for change, but for healing, for a wholeness that no success, no affirmation, no achievement could ever satisfy. I see that longing. I placed it in you because transformation, true transformation, is not only about what you will do, it's about who you are becoming. And who you are becoming is someone who knows peace in the center of the storm. Someone who walks into rooms and carries calm without needing control. Someone who has shed the layers of survival and stepped fully into the confidence of being loved. You've worn many identities over time. Some assigned to you by others, some shaped by disappointment, some built out of necessity just to get through. But this season is about removing the false layers. This is about returning to the original design, the blueprint I wrote when I first dreamed of you. I have never once lost sight of that person, even when you did, even when others could not see it. You have been walking through fire, not to be burned, but to be refined. And what is emerging now is not someone different, but someone true. It is time to stop apologizing for your strength, for the light you carry, for the vision I've placed in you. The world may not always understand it. Not everyone around you will be able to receive the fullness of your transformation. But do not shrink. Do not hide. What I am doing in you was never meant to fit into old molds. The new cannot live in the shell of the old. You are not being difficult. You are being awakened. The discomfort you feel in certain spaces is not rebellion. It is revelation. I am revealing what no longer serves your purpose. You are outgrowing what once held you. Some may accuse you of changing, and they will be right, but it is not change rooted in pride or distance. It is change rooted in truth. You are stepping away from performance and stepping into presence. You are no longer living to prove, but to be. And in this state of being, anchored, beloved, chosen, you will do far more than striving ever allowed. Your transformation is not a rejection of who you were, but a release into who you've always been under the weight of my love. And in this unfolding, I will begin to reveal more of my heart to you. As you become more aware of who you are in me, you will also see more clearly who I am to you. I'm not distant. I'm not angry. I'm not keeping score. I am the one who never stopped pursuing you, the one who saw you in your hiding and called you by your name, the one who celebrated every small act of faith that no one else saw. I take joy in you, not just in your obedience, but in your existence. My love for you is not a transaction, it's a covenant. You may be surprised by how emotional this transformation feels. You've held things in for so long. You've silenced yourself in so many spaces, and now with freedom rising, those emotions will start to surface. Don't run from them. Don't fear the tears. They are not weakness, they are release. You are shedding the weight of old stories, false labels, and silent agreements you made to stay small. I am not offended by your grief. I honor it, and I am healing it. Not with quick answers, but with presence. You will not walk this season alone. Even your body will respond to what I am doing. Rest will come more easily. Laughter will return. Your mind will no longer race with anxious urgency. That too is part of the transformation. The healing of your nervous system, the soothing of your heart. I care about every part of you, not just your soul. I knit you together, and I know how to bring balance again, peace again, order again. The internal restoration will begin to produce external fruit. What once overwhelmed you will now feel manageable. What once triggered panic will be replaced with peace. This is not your imagination. It is your inheritance. And as you settle into this new rhythm of grace, I will begin to show you where to pour it out, because this season of transformation is not only for receiving, it is for becoming a vessel. What I have poured into you, I will pour through you. You will speak differently. You will lead differently. You will see others not with judgment, but with compassion, because you know what it feels like to be seen and loved when you least expected it. You will be a carrier of what I've done in you. Transformation is not a destination. It is a way of living, and this new way of living will follow you wherever you go. People will ask what changed, and you won't point to a moment. You'll point to me, not in an explanation, but in presence, because they will feel the change. They will feel the peace. They will feel the light. You won't need to convince anyone. You'll simply be. And in that being, in that presence, I will be glorified. Not in spectacle, but in substance. Not in noise, but in nurture. You will become a safe place, a walking testimony, a living reminder that my love transforms not just minds and hearts, but entire lives. You've come far, farther than you even know. And I want you to pause and realize that. because I have seen every valley you've crossed, every tear that fell in silence, every night when hope felt thin. I was with you in those hidden battles. I fought for you in moments you didn't even recognize as war. And now, as you stand on the edge of what is new, I want you to know, you are not here by chance. You are not stepping into this season because of luck or coincidence or timing. You are here because you endured, because you trusted, because even in your weakness, you chose to keep walking. And I have honored that choice more than you could ever understand. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. But now I ask you to release the survival mindset that helped you get here. That mindset served a purpose. It kept you moving, but it cannot stay with you into the place I'm taking you. You are no longer just surviving, you are stepping into flourishing. That means your decisions will shift, your language will shift, the way you see yourself will shift. You no longer need to brace for the next hit. You don't have to scan the horizon for disaster. I am shifting you into peace, not the fragile peace of avoiding pain, but the unshakable peace of resting in my protection. Let me say this clearly. You are safe, not because everything around you is perfect, but because I am your refuge. You don't have to anticipate loss. You don't have to apologize for your joy. I want you to celebrate what I'm doing without fear that it will be snatched away. You are stepping into a season of stability, not just emotionally, but spiritually. A season where your feet will feel planted, your heart grounded, your mind quieted. It won't always be loud, there won't always be fireworks, but there will be depth, there will be stillness. And that too is transformation. There is wisdom rising in you now, the kind of wisdom that isn't learned from books, but from walking with me in silence, the kind that comes from being in the fire and learning that I am faithful even there. You will begin to speak with authority, not the kind that demands attention, but the kind that carries weight because it's been tested. People will be drawn to your peace, to your presence, and you won't even need to try. What once drained you, trying to be seen, trying to be heard, will now come without striving because you know who you are. You are anchored, you are called, and you are carrying me within you. I'm also restoring your capacity to dream again. For too long, your dreams have been filtered through past pain. You've kept your expectations low to protect your heart. You've adjusted your vision so many times just to avoid disappointment. But I'm inviting you to lift your eyes now. I want to show you that I am not just a God of restoration. I am a God of expansion. What I have planned for you is not limited by your past. It is not kept by your failures. I do not revise your destiny based on your detours. I redeem them. And in this season, I'm going to stretch your imagination again. I will place dreams in your heart that feel too big for you, and they are, but they're not too big for me. And together, we will walk them out step by step. I'm calling you to believe again, to believe that you are worthy of good things, to believe that joy can last, to believe that peace is not temporary. This belief is not naive, it is bold faith. It is a spiritual defiance against fear, doubt, and every voice that ever told you to settle. Do not compare your process to anyone else's. What I am doing in you is uniquely yours. You weren't late, you weren't slow, you weren't forgotten. I am the author of your story, and I write at a pace designed for your soul. Transformation is not a race, it's a revelation, and you are receiving it now, layer by layer, truth by truth. The old is truly gone, the new is truly here. This isn't just a moment, it's a new reality. And as you walk into it, I want you to carry one truth above all. I am with you always, not just in the breakthroughs, but in the everyday moments, in the silence of your morning, in the pause between your thoughts, in the quiet decision to choose hope. I am there. You don't need to search for me. You don't need to perform for me. I am already in your midst, closer than breath, steadier than your thoughts, stronger than your fear. You are ready, not because you've done it all, but because you've trusted me to do what you could not. And I will continue to lead you, to carry you, to cover you. This is your season, not because it's easy, but because it's ordained. Not because it's perfect, but because it's purposed. And you will look back on this time not with regret, but with awe, because you'll know that it was here, in this very place, that I turned your ashes into beauty, your mourning into joy, and your uncertainty into unshakable confidence in me. There's a turning happening in your spirit, one that goes beyond words. You may not be able to explain it yet, but something deep within you knows the old way of living, thinking, striving. It's no longer yours. You don't belong to the rhythm of fear or the pressure of proving yourself. You don't need to chase what I've already assigned to your life. You are being invited to walk in grace, to allow my presence to guide you moment by moment, to trust that I'm not only leading you into something new, but that I'm walking within you as it unfolds. It may feel quiet sometimes, this transformation, not dramatic, not thunderous, but do not mistake quietness for absence. I often do my most powerful work in stillness, when everything around you is uncertain, but your spirit is steady. That is transformation. When the things that once triggered chaos no longer hold the same power, that is transformation. When you choose to respond with love instead of fear, with trust instead of control, that is how my spirit is shaping you from the inside out. It is not always seen by others, but it is always known by me. You are learning to live free, not just to be set free from what bound you, but to stay free from what once claimed you. Freedom, true freedom, is more than the absence of chains. It is the presence of peace. It is the choice to live unburdened by shame. It is the courage to walk unafraid of the future. And that is what I am giving you in this season. Not just a momentary reprieve, but a sustained, anchored, daily freedom that will become the air you breathe. This is where I begin to restore joy, not the kind that depends on circumstances, but the kind that wells up from knowing you are secure in me. You may have forgotten what joy feels like. You may have convinced yourself to live without it just to cope, but I have not designed you to survive joyless. You were made for delight, for laughter, for moments of beauty that take your breath away. I am restoring that wonder now. I am awakening your senses to the sweetness of living with me in every detail. Even in the ordinary, I am present. Even in your routines, I am renewing. Nothing is wasted when it is surrendered. You may feel small in what I'm doing, but do not let that deceive you. What feels small is often sacred, a whisper of hope, a shift in how you think, a moment of peace in the middle of chaos. These are not insignificant. They are seeds, and seeds become forests when you tend them with faith. Keep watering what I've planted. Keep choosing trust when it would be easier to quit. Every small act of obedience carries a harvest, even when you don't see it yet. And you are not alone in this. I am surrounding you with people who will recognize your spirit, who will call out your identity without competition, who will hold space for your growth without judgment. Community is part of your healing. I never designed you to walk through transformation in isolation. Yes, some parts are deeply personal. Yes, there are sacred moments meant only for me and you. But I will also bring relationships into your life that breathe life, not drain it. Connections that affirm my voice in you, not distort it. Let me guide those connections. Let me bring the right people to your side and release the need to force what no longer aligns. And even as I bring new people, I'm also bringing clarity to your purpose. For too long, you have tried to make sense of your calling through the lens of comparison. But your purpose is not a copy of anyone else's. It's singular. It is sacred. It was tailored for you before time began. And now I am awakening it again. Not through pressure, but through invitation. I am inviting you to live aligned, to move in step with me, to trust that your uniqueness is not a flaw, it is a divine strategy. You were not meant to blend in, you were meant to shine in the exact way I formed you. So do not silence yourself. Do not dim your light to make others comfortable. You are not arrogant for walking in what I've given you. You are not too much. You are not unqualified. You are my choice. I placed my spirit in you, not so you would hide it, but so you would carry it with boldness. Let your transformation be seen. Let it testify to what I can do with a surrendered life. Your story matters. Your healing matters. Your voice matters. The impact of this season will extend far beyond your lifetime. The choices you make now, the healing you embrace, the courage you walk in, the love you release will echo through generations. You are breaking patterns. You're building legacies. You are planting seeds of faith that will blossom in places you may never see, but I will, and I will bless them. I will honor the sacrifices you've made, the obedience you've chosen, the love you've extended even when it cost you. So hold steady, stay present. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to remain open. Keep listening. Keep moving when I nudge you. Rest when I tell you to pause. Rejoice even in the waiting, because what I'm doing in you now is nothing short of holy. You're closer than you think. The shift that began deep within you is now rippling outward, reshaping the way you see, speak, and step into the world. You may still feel the tug of old habits, but their hold is loosening. You may still hear the echo of old voices, but they are growing faint beneath the clarity of mine. I am making all things new, not in theory, but in truth. And this newness is not fragile. It is firm. It is steady. It is rooted in the reality of who I am in you. This is not just a better version of the old. This is the birth of something that never existed before, and it bears the fingerprints of my spirit. I want you to begin walking with the confidence of one who has been transformed. Not arrogance, but assurance. Not showmanship, but spiritual maturity. When you enter rooms, know that my presence enters with you. When you face decisions, know that my wisdom is available. When you encounter resistance, remember that I've already gone before you. You don't need to push your way through this season. You need only to walk in step with me, and the way will be made clear. There is a favor resting on your life now, not to elevate your ego, but to establish your assignment. You are not being positioned randomly. Every opportunity, every connection, every open door is being ordered for a greater purpose than you realize. And even when things seem small or quiet, they are no less significant. I often birth the greatest movements in the hidden places. Don't underestimate what I can do through your faithfulness, your consistency, your willingness to stay aligned when no one is watching. This transformation is not temporary. You're not going to regress. You're not going to lose the ground you've gained, because this is not based on your performance. It is based on my promise, and my promises are unshakable. I am the one sustaining this work in you. I am the one guarding your growth. I will uphold what I have begun. You don't need to fear falling back into what once held you. You've outgrown it, not by force, but by faith. And your roots in me are deeper now than they've ever been. You will begin to notice the contrast between the old and the new more clearly. Places you once tolerated will feel too tight. Conversations that once felt normal will now feel heavy. That is not judgment, it is discernment. That is me giving you vision to see what aligns with your future and what belongs only to your past. Trust that sensitivity. Trust that inner knowing. It is my spirit guiding you. You are being trained not just to receive blessing, but to walk in wisdom, to carry my presence with intentionality, to live as a signpost for others. There will be people who won't understand your transformation. That's okay. You don't need to explain what I've done to those not ready to see it. Love them, bless them, but don't let misunderstanding pull you back to old versions of yourself. You're not responsible for their comfort. You are responsible for your obedience, and in time, your life will speak louder than any explanation. What I'm building in you will testify for itself. You are now becoming a catalyst. Your very presence will stir things in others. You won't need to preach to be powerful. You won't need to prove anything. Just be. Be present. Be authentic. Be available for me to move through you, because I will. I will use your eyes, your hands, your words, your prayers. Your life is now a dwelling place of my spirit, and everything you do from that place will carry weight. But do not forget that this season, this transformation, is not the end. It is the beginning of a new rhythm, a new way of moving, of thinking, of living. You are stepping into a sustainable flow of grace, no longer chasing moments of relief, but living daily in renewal. This is not a mountaintop experience that fades when reality hits. This is reality now, transformed by truth. And in that truth, you will find rest. You will also find a new boldness to ask. Ask for what once felt too big. Ask for the dreams you were afraid to speak. Ask with confidence, not as one begging for crumbs, but as one seated at the table. I delight in your courage to dream again. I rejoice when you believe me for more, not out of greed, but because you trust that I am good. And as you ask, I will answer, not always how you expect, but always in ways that grow you, bless you, and reveal me more clearly. So breathe deeply. Exhale the weight of the old. Inhale the fullness of this moment. You are here, in the center of my will, walking in the wake of transformation that I authored long ago. And the best part is there's still more. More glory, more depth, more of me. Now, beloved, step fully into the promise. This is your season, not merely by declaration, but by divine design. What I have begun in you is not a glimpse, not a passing wind. It is the full unfolding of a life restored by my hand. You've walked through the shadows. You've endured the silence. You've been sifted and stretched, tested and refined. And now, with every step you take, you will see the evidence of my word fulfilled. You will walk into rooms and feel the shift in atmosphere, not because of your might, but because you carry my presence. I am sealing this transformation not with finality, but with continuation. You are not reaching the end of your journey. You are entering the richness of your purpose. I have not brought you this far to leave you, and I have not begun this work to watch it unravel. What I've established in you is grounded in eternity. My covenant with you is not fragile. It is not moved by circumstances, nor shaken by storms. You are rooted in me, and in me you will remain secure, fruitful, and flourishing. Do not be surprised when the blessings begin to flow, not as a trickle, but as a stream, not out of merit, but out of mercy. I bless not because you have perfected your walk, but because you have surrendered your will. I respond not to performance, but to presence. You have drawn near to me, and now I am pouring out over you what eyes have not seen, what ears have not heard, what hearts have not even imagined. It will come steadily, sometimes quietly, but undeniably. Provision in unexpected ways, peace that disarms fear, joy that outlasts sorrow. Let your heart be open. Let your spirit remain soft. Do not close your hands, thinking the season will pass too quickly. My timing is perfect, and I do not rush what I cherish. I am walking with you in every detail of what's ahead. I will continue to guide you, speak to you, hold you. You are not navigating this new season alone, and when resistance comes, and yes, it will still be your strength. The battles ahead are not yours to fear. They are mine to finish. You are rising. You are becoming. You are embodying what it means to be transformed by love, not duty, by grace, not striving. The people around you will see the difference. They will ask, even without words, what changed? And your answer will be simple and true. I met the one who never stopped loving me. That testimony will carry weight, not just because of what you say, but because of how you now live. Not with anxiety or pressure, but with peace and power. And yes, this season will continue to stretch you. You will be called higher, but every stretch will be met with supply. Every call will be matched with grace. And through it all, my voice will remain the anchor of your soul. Listen for me in the quiet. Seek me in the ordinary. I am not only in the mountaintop moments, I dwell in your every breath. I have no intention of withdrawing. I do not depart after the miracle. I remain. I dwell. I make my home in you. And through every season that follows, I will keep transforming you. Not because something is missing, but because there's always more to discover in me. This journey is not about reaching perfection, it's about becoming whole. It's about reflecting me more clearly with each passing day. So celebrate now, not with fear of losing it, but with faith in what's coming. Laugh again, plan again, create again, love again, dream again. Because this is not a pause, it's a launching. This is not a lucky break, it's a fulfillment. You are standing in the center of a divine turning point, and every promise I have spoken over your life, I will bring to completion. This is your season. My promise stands, my love endures, my presence remains. Oh man, now beloved, share this message. Not to promote yourself, but to lift someone who's still waiting. Be my voice to the weary, be my light to the longing. What I've done in you, I can do in them. Let the transformation ripple outward. The season is here for you and for all who dare to believe. Come closer to me with the confidence that arises from knowing you are cherished beyond measure. Even in this very moment, I long to pour out upon you a deep and abiding joy that will lift you above all heaviness and discouragement. I see every burden that has weighed on your shoulders, and I am here to remove every trace of sorrow that threatens to consume your heart. Allow yourself to feel my hand resting gently upon your head, a gesture of infinite love flowing from the depths of my being toward you. Let the warmth of my presence surround you now, and trust that as you place your fears and worries in my hands, you will find true relief. Breathe in my comforting nearness and listen in the silence of your heart to my tender voice whispering that I have always loved you, I love you still, and I will continue to love you forevermore. My love never diminishes. It does not waver with time nor lessen in intensity. Yesterday, today, and for all eternity, my affection remains abundant, immeasurable, and steadfast. I extend my hand toward you, offering you guidance in a world that can wound you so easily. I want to show you a path that leads to healing, restoration, and the flourishing of the dreams I have planted within you. Come, let me take you by the hand, leading you to freedom and joy, to a place where you can rediscover your capacity to feel my presence at the very core of your spirit. Open your heart to receive my comforting strength and watch how the shadows of your anxieties begin to flee. There is a map I hold out for you, a sacred blueprint designed to lead you patiently toward the wholeness you crave. I want you to walk on paths of peace and serenity so that genuine, lasting joy can blossom once again in the soil of your soul. In our fellowship, you and I will leave behind the countless fears and woes that once seemed insurmountable. Because, my beloved, I am revealing to you the truth. You have never been rejected by me. You have always been precious in my sight. I come now to redeem your destiny, to remind you that you are neither lost nor permanently confused. Even when life feels like a tangled mess, I invite you to see it as a season of resting your mind in my care. You are not wandering in hopelessness. You are pausing in my presence so that I can renew you. I do not desire to load your future with endless projects and empty dreams that will never begin. I caution you, do not lend your ear to those who seek to profit from your time and resources by persuading you to forget the unique calling I have placed in you. Your purpose is distinct. I have sown dreams within your heart, dreams that reflect my design for you. Through my strength, you will overcome giants and dismantle the armies of darkness that rise against you. But you need to pause. Come into my presence and receive the divine wisdom I long to impart. Let not mere emotional impulses guide you. This journey is not about fleeting feelings. You have grown, and your character is stronger and more mature now. You do not live on the level of raw emotion and whim any longer. I'm offering you my word as a lamp for your feet, illuminating each decision you must make. I will show you what to do and provide signs along the way. Each new dawn will bring fresh revelation, and I will plant within you the holy discernment you need. Some days you may feel good, and other days you may not. There will be mornings when your spirit soars with delight, and nights when you struggle to sense my nearness. Yet I call you to this supernatural walk of faith. Open your Bible, feed on my word, and when adversity strikes, when assaults appear on the horizon, return swiftly to my presence. Allow my Holy Spirit to wrap you in comfort, reminding you that I have not abandoned you, even when you cannot see my hand at work. In that reassurance, I will whisper solutions into your spirit. I will breathe fresh courage into you to conquer obstacles that appear insurmountable. Therefore, heed my counsel. Do not rush into long-term obligations or sign commitments that ensnare your future. The world may pressure you to return to the chains of debt and toil, but stop and listen to my voice. Do not entangle yourself with the cunning who prey on the unwary. You are wise and prudent, possessing a bravery that stems from my spirit in you. No one can deceive you when you rely on my guidance. Do not swear oaths contrary to my will. Flee from the traps of this world, from sins that corrode and attitudes that dim your light. Protect your family from the chains of sorrow that sin can bring. But remember also this unchanging truth. If you stumble or commit any transgression, I remain here with open arms, ready to heal your repentant heart and guide you back to the path of life. I speak earnestly, warning you, because I love you and wish to guard your soul, mind, heart, and entire being from harm. The enemy prowls, eager to entangle you if you stray in distraction. Day by day, step by step, I long to keep you safe. I have given you precise instructions for receiving blessing and favor. Seek me through my written word. I pour forth my will and plan of salvation with each promise you discover in Scripture. Every morning, regardless of how you feel, you have direct access to my presence by faith. Approach me saying, God is good. I receive his blessing with gratitude. I delight to shower you with my love. Pause to reflect on what it means to be so deeply loved, so intimately known, and so attentively cared for. Let it sink into your soul that I hear your every thought and watch over your every need. You are precious, safeguarded, and treasured in ways you cannot fully comprehend. I yearn for you to stand confidently, unwavering in your assurance of my presence, even in seasons when you cannot feel it tangibly. Sometimes you call to me and hear no reply, but do not doubt. You cannot lean on the shifting tides of emotion. The foundation is my unchanging word. It is established forever that no one can separate you from my love. Though you be surrounded by countless adversaries hurling flaming arrows, even when you see no exit in the chaos, never doubt that I am with you. If I have promised, I will fulfill that promise. Cling to it, even when you feel weak. If circumstances crumble or betrayals abound, rest in the knowledge that my shadow encircles you. You need not run to anyone else. I am your ultimate hope. Let the heavens themselves hear the conviction rising within your spirit. Let your lips proclaim, I believe in you, Jesus. You are no longer enslaved by fluctuating feelings. Your faith is firm, anchored in my word. Declare it boldly. I trust in you, Christ Jesus. Even if your physical eyes fail to see the unfolding miracle, know that at this very moment, an army of angelic warriors is fighting on your behalf. They remain by your side until you are wholly free from the burdens afflicting you. It is spoken, and it is done. I, the Lord, have declared it, and I will bring it to completion. Let your chest swell with the joy and confidence that only my peace can bring. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. I see that something within you is stirring, a deep, indescribable solace, a glimmer of hope reviving. Yet I say to you, even if you did not perceive it emotionally, be assured that I am right here. I will never cease to love you. Day and night, I cover you with my affection. At sunrise, I greet your soul with renewed mercies, and throughout every moment of your day, I walk alongside you. Know that I will always protect and sustain you. When you lift up your voice to me, I listen. When tears fall in the night, I am present to collect them, gently tending to your wounds. Lean in now and receive a profound revelation of my heart. I want to uproot all loneliness and chase away every depression that still bleeds within your soul. Yes, I see your faith. I know you believe in me, but I also desire that you pour out your heart in vulnerability before me. Let your tears be honest, unrestrained. Bring forth the depths of your joy and sorrow, the hidden corners of your pain and disillusionment. Even the memories that seem buried may still gnaw at your spirit. Bring it all to me, and do not hold back. The bitterness that secretly festers, the anguish inflicted by those who did not understand your heart, the internal battles you have tried to stifle. Allow me to dismantle them all. I hold you so tenderly in this moment. There is no need to hide or pretend, because my love is far greater than any shame or regret you harbor. Trust that I can redeem even the darkest chapters of your story. Do not cling to a chest of old recollections that only keeps you trapped in guilt or resentment. I am the one who makes all things new, and even the happiness and triumphs you once cherished can be surpassed by the fresh blessings and victories I intend to pour upon your life. I will give you a joy and success unshakable, a spiritual renewal no one can take from you. From here on, let your gaze shift forward. Do not look back to the land of rejection and heartbreak. You have wept enough over the pain inflicted by others. Now that season of sorrow is in the past. Walk instead toward the sunrise of hope. And if anyone mocks your faith, remember you have a heavenly Father who stands guard over you. Should someone plot harm against you, I will protect you. I am your fortress and defense. Come each day with the same trust welling up in your heart. And if you wake one morning feeling empty again, if old tormentors return to stir confusion, come still, exactly as you are, into my presence. I will soothe your soul, break the chains that weigh you down, and breathe my divine breath of renewal into the darkest storms overshadowing you. Whether early in the morning, midday, or late into the night, whenever you sense the pull to come, do not hesitate. I will cover you with my everlasting love. I speak now also to those I call my warriors. Listen well until the final word. Yes, you, though you might feel unqualified because of your age, health, or finances, whenever you choose to believe my promises, I clear the path before you in supernatural ways. You are my child, chosen and prepared for triumph. In your moments of doubt, cling to the hope my word provides. Trust fully in my plan for your life, and watch as beautiful transformations begin to unfold. This is a pivotal time to see yourself as resilient, armed with a steadfast faith that fears no giant or storm. Whether the battles be financial, emotional, or related to family, I am able to split your sea of troubles, creating a pathway of deliverance so you can advance. But you must follow my leading, refusing to give up or lose your determination. March forward in faith, even when the waters roar and the winds threaten. You will not drown. You will not be defeated. You are my beloved warrior, and in my hands lie your victory and joy. I want you to grow stronger each day, ready to face the powers of darkness with a faith that cannot be shaken. Deep down, know that even in life's harshest seasons, when your senses cannot detect my nearness, my perfect timing never fails. I arrive to rescue you in the exact moment that will bring maximum glory and blessing. The schemes of your enemy lose all force when you meet them with steadfast courage. Their roar may be intimidating, but their threats cannot overshadow my presence. I place a holy sword in your hand, the power of my living word. When you believe it and declare it, your obedience and trust lead you forward. My power surrounds you like a shield. With my word on your lips, you can confront each fear and discover how I reinforce you with heaven's might. I hold you in the affection of my heart. Now go, take the hands of those dear to you, your children, your family, your friends, and guide them confidently toward the open door of blessing I have set before you. As you listen to what I speak, let it sink deeply into your spirit. Your difficult days are passing. Brighter times are on their way. The storms do not last forever, and beyond the darkness, dawn always breaks. In that certainty, remember your heavenly Father stays by your side eternally. Life brings challenges and hardships, often dimming the flame of hope that once burned strong within you. Today I call you to remember that your enthusiasm, your motivation, and your zest for life are gifts I have bestowed. Return to the path of hope. Nurture your spirit with the power of my truth. Even when the valley is dark and the trials seem endless, have no fear, for I walk with you. I hold you by the hand, empowering you to overcome every obstacle, safeguarding every desire in your heart, and helping you fulfill the dreams I first placed within you. Yes, the world is flooded with pain and adversity, but take courage. I have conquered despair itself. I hold the keys of life and invite you to live with unspeakable joy. My will is that you move from triumph to triumph, from victory to victory, so that failure does not define you. You may have setbacks, but you are never abandoned. Keep these words in your heart. Sometimes when abundance abounds, jealousy arises around you. This is a reality in the spiritual realm. When I lift up those I love, adversaries often appear, wanting you to stumble. But do not be afraid. They have no power to genuinely harm you as long as you walk according to my will. You need not be perfect. I understand human weakness. All I ask is your heart, an unbreakable loyalty that refuses to take its eyes off my word. I value your commitment, not flawless performance. Whether in prosperity or adversity, persist in loving and seeking me. Though storms rage around you, continue to sow seeds of faith, with tears if you must. I will quiet the angry seas and hush the fierce winds. Yes, I will handle your problems in due time, but I look at your posture. Do you truly love me? Is your devotion unwavering when circumstances shift? Keep pressing forward in faith, come what may, and soon you will realize that your faith has become a mighty weapon against every form of darkness. My word in your mouth is a sword of light, conquering doubts, fears, and any adversity. Before stepping outside your home, spend a moment with me. Surrender your plans and concerns. Lift up your loved ones in prayer. Speak words of faith, letting your spirit find delight in my nearness. I am your shepherd, you shall lack nothing. To me, you are like cherished sheep in need of guidance, and it brings me great joy to lead you to green pastures and calm waters. In your home, the shouting, misunderstandings, and strife will cease. The internal strife that shatters hearts will end. I will remove from your household those who intend harm or who sow corruption and confusion. I will root out sin and cleanse your environment, allowing genuine peace to reign. I will erase your misery. Poverty and hunger will depart. I will release new opportunities for you to work, to learn, to excel. I will release new doors for you to develop and grow. I will uproot harmful habits and vices, but I will do so in partnership with you. Take my hand. Each day we proceed together, never alone. I urge you to fix your eyes on that which is noble, pure, and praiseworthy. Do not turn aside, seeking toxic company or returning to those who cling to negativity, failing to rise from their despair. I am your provider, but I am also your joy. I can be all that you need, so you never have to chase people's approval for validation. I do not consult anyone else when I decide to bless you, so why ask the world for permission to love and serve me? The answer is simple. Only in me do you find a love that is undying, unstoppable, and immeasurably pure. No one else in the universe has died and risen again for you, guaranteeing your salvation and offering eternal fellowship. Right now, say it. God, give me this love forever. Focus on my voice. Place your anxieties aside. Let each word of mine settle into your heart. I want to talk about this covenant of love we share. It goes beyond mere sentiment or fleeting emotion. It is an unbreakable promise. I have declared my love for you. Every syllable is recorded, sealed with my own blood. It is beyond debate, unwavering through every season. My promises are absolute. You hold a permanent place in my heart. Look to the heavens at night. Each twinkling star was created to light your path in darkness, a vibrant reminder that you are genuinely beloved. Each ray of sunlight that kisses your skin proclaims my uncontainable warmth, driving away every hint of despair. Before you sleep, recall my faithful presence. When you rise, remember again how deeply you are loved. Believe this reality. My love for you is not imaginary or abstract. It is the single greatest truth you can cling to. You yearn for love more than anything, and I respond by saturating you in my divine affection, an outpouring that will transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. I love you. I want you to live, truly live, brimming with purpose and resolve. Embrace that gift of life. Pursue a future shaped by my wisdom, thriving in my guidance. As you acknowledge that I love you, let hope take root. Let confidence blossom. Let every shred of dread dissolve in my presence. You will be all right. Everything will find its proper alignment. I am here, listening to your every word, pleased by your gratitude and sincerity. I see how you approach me each morning with a heart filled with thanks. This pleases me deeply. Your prayers for family and friends reflect the caring spirit I have placed within you. Keep doing this. Remain steadfast. Your enemies surrounded you in past seasons, launching harsh attacks, yet you did not give up. You believed that I would rescue you in the perfect moment. You clung to my promises, refusing to let go of my hand. And indeed, I arrived right on time. Hold fast to this example whenever new difficulties emerge. We walk forward together. I know there are so many endeavors you wish to undertake. Remain in conversation with me about them. Share your plans with me. I will gladly listen. The words that flow from your lips reveal the longing of your spirit, and hearing the longing strengthens the bond between us. As you speak, remain open to my whispers in return. I will surprise you more than once with unexpected answers, leading you to see just how wondrous it is to live in communion with me. Do not allow anything or anyone to hinder these sacred moments we share. I always hear you. Only doubt and discouragement can interfere with our fellowship, so reject those lies. Stand firm in faith. After you speak your prayers, quiet your soul. Wait and let me respond. Turn to my word and meditate on what I have already said. There is an infinite treasure within the scriptures that you have yet to discover. I stand ready to unveil mysteries, leading you to new depths of insight and supernatural blessing. I want your spiritual senses sharpened, ready to perceive my divine blueprint for your life. I will show you hazards along the way, while promising my constant assistance. I desire that your heart remain open, attuned to my voice, so that you move securely toward the destiny I have ordained. Look for me tomorrow and each day thereafter, and promise me you will save time tonight for our communion before you sleep. I will speak my love directly to your soul. By day and by night, we will converse as companions, and you will sense my nearness. When you rest, I will be there, giving you dreams of heaven's love, gentle visions that remind you you are never alone. Let these truths convince you that no challenge is too great, no barrier too tall. Rely on my strength. Nothing can thwart my holy purpose. Yes, the enemy is relentless in sowing fear and confusion, but with each fiery dart he sends, I equip you with ever-growing valor. You will stand strong, standing steadfast until the storm passes. By the time the battle ends, you will be a victor, tested, refined, but triumphant. Remember this always: my love for you endures beyond every storm. Any plan formed against you will ultimately fail, because I turn all things for the good of those who love me. When tribulations arise, keep in mind that the adversary's greatest tactic is to make you forget my love. In my love is power, healing, redemption, and restoration. Nothing the enemy can devise will be enough to separate you from my embrace. Set this truth in your mind: all things will work together for good. As you walk in alignment with me, in my timing, you will advance into new opportunities, new levels of blessing, new phases of your calling. Any crisis you face is subject to my authority, and I can bring supernatural breakthroughs at precisely the right moment. But do not try to impose your own plans or methods. Rather, let me work out the details in the best possible way. I need your heart to remain steadfast, unyielding, so you can receive everything I have purposed for you. Speak it aloud in prayer. Yes, Lord, I believe you will fulfill every promise you have made to me. For you the storms may rage, but my word stands forever. Heaven and earth may pass away, but my promises remain unshakable. Do not forget, I design everything for your ultimate welfare: body, mind, spirit, and every aspect of your life. My blessings carry you toward prosperity of soul and wholeness in your relationships. You will see my glory shining upon your household, a radiant light that confounds the darkness. You and your loved ones will acknowledge it and respond with heartfelt gratitude. Worship me with all your heart. Let praise spring forth from every fiber of your being. Understand that I listen carefully to each request you make, so there is no need to be anxious, wondering if your cries have gone unheard. They have not. Even if it seems your prayers ricochet off the ceiling, do not be deceived. I hear your every whisper and your every wail. I never harden my ears to the pleas of those who trust me. Let this banish every concern that might keep you from drawing near. I am not offended by your shouts of desperation, nor am I startled by your tears of anguish. In fact, your cries reveal how you bow your soul in humble surrender, acknowledging that I alone can help you. So do not hold back. Today is another gift. Be assured, it is not by chance you found these words at precisely the moment you most needed them. Perhaps for days you have sensed me nudging you, summoning you to reconnect and renew the vow you made long ago. Now you have surrendered your heart to listen. Speak. Pour out your heart. Let me know your dreams, your questions, your heartbreak. Tell me about the confusion swirling in your mind. I will not turn you away. I'm eager to be your trusted confidant, your faithful companion. I know you thirst for peace and yearn for calm. The storms of adversity can indeed be overwhelming, and the sting of cruel words can deplete your energy. Let me infuse you with my tranquility through my living word. I will lift the heaviness in moments of extreme weakness. You will discover that I am your strength. In your most fragile hour, I become your unshakable fortress. Let your heart cling to my promises. When the weight of your troubles feels suffocating, come to me with full assurance that I will always welcome you. Let no doubt overshadow the wonderful truth that I stand ever near, delighting in helping you find freedom and peace. I bless you for no other reason than this. I love you and have chosen to do so. My divine mercies overflow, covering you each new morning, because in my eyes you have great worth. You belong to me, and my love for you cannot be undone or erased by the passing of time. Yes, I do not change. My essence remains the same. Place all your trust in me, and you will find fountains of life springing forth from within. Depend on me, and you will witness the might needed to shatter every scheme of darkness. I will never leave you or abandon you. If you trust that your sins are forgiven, if you truly believe I have cleansed every failure and put it out of sight, if you can receive the affection of an almighty God who wants you eternally, then every vibrant promise in my word becomes accessible to you. Today is special, a day to celebrate life and victory, a day that will remain significant in your memory. Go forward now. Prepare for challenges. You have decided to trust in me, and I will show you that my purposes for you are real. Embrace the supernatural dimension unfolding before you. Remember, I listen without ceasing, Sinet, and I am continuously by your side. I heard you when you wept, and I respond now because you once worried your tears were in vain. I come to prove that I have not forsaken you. You are never alone, never roaming this earth without guidance. Even if a dense fog obscures your view, I see you clearly. If you dash through enemy territory at full speed, do not fear. I run with you, my protection, your shield in every battle. I fight alongside you. When you walk toward me. When you sprint, your destination is my arms. By day or by night, whether rejoicing or exhausted, you will end each day resting in my embrace. This is your assurance. Come to me, and we will spend time together. How I cherish your voice when you express your love for me. I will be patient, waiting for you to unburden your soul. Shed your tears if you must, for I will never shrink away from your honesty. I fashioned you in love, so I do not reject your weaknesses. Some have cut you deeply with their words, wounding without regard for your heart. You have been left to pick up fragments of your shattered spirit. You wondered if I had turned my face away, but observe how I steadied you, how I gently lifted you up so you could stand again. Consider how those who mocked and dismissed you have receded into the distance, while you have risen with newfound hope. True, the pain was severe, but look at who you have become. Stronger, wiser, more unwavering in faith, more resolute in vision. Yes, you have grown, and your love for me has matured alongside that growth. Together we converse now, and I listen intently to everything you wish to convey. When you have spoken your fill, pause and be still, letting your spirit soak in my words. I love you with an everlasting love. This message is for you, and it is real. I ask you to give me a moment. Turn your attention fully here. Block out the intrusive concerns swirling in your mind. Nothing is more vital than what I am about to share with you. Stay with me for a while longer. Tell me how you are feeling. Surrender that inner ache, those negative loops that spin in your mind. Accept my embrace, and let yourself be immersed in the calm that floods your soul as my peace washes over you. Give me your heart. Allow yourself to experience this vast, holy love that is never insincere or impulsive. I do not break promises. I do not speak empty words. I have a powerful motive for visiting you now, for reaffirming how precious you are to me. Each morning as you approach me, I want you to rise with a smile, certain of my nearness. You know I never forget you. How could I? I hold you in my hands, protecting and caring for you in ways beyond your comprehension. Trust me with your future. My arms are always open. I listen closely to every plea you lift up. The moment you awaken, greet me. Sense the gentle presence that envelops you. I am guiding you step by step. Your prayers for your household, for every dear one, move my heart. This is a profound practice. Do not let trivial matters distract from the essential. When life's struggles seem to corner you and you feel overwhelmed by the turmoil, remember that I am your refuge. Never doubt. Do not yield to despair. Keep my promises close to your heart. Dwell on them. Reflect on all the times I have delivered you, preserving your life. Did I not snatch you from the enemy's grasp? Did I not spare you from destruction? Over and over, I extended my hand to rescue you from dire circumstances. When everything looked utterly hopeless, did I not speak a word of authority and turn the impossible into the miraculous? There is much more I can do for you if only you will trust me wholeheartedly. Surrender your heart and let me continue working in your life. I guard you day and night. Keep despair at bay, for you are deeply loved. My peace is your inheritance. When you feel tears welling up, know that I see them. I note every cry, especially those intercessions you make on behalf of others. Over and over, I have witnessed your fervent petitions, even when you ask nothing for yourself. How that kind of humility and reverence pleases me. I cherish your worship. Even when you do not explicitly request a blessing, I already have storehouses of favor ready to be released upon you. You cannot imagine what I have planned. Therefore, let your faith remain unshaken. I will fulfill every word I have spoken. Though obstacles may block the road, do not let any hindrance turn you back from pursuing what I placed in your spirit. Your destiny rests in my hands. You will reach the finish line. Your God-given dreams will come to fruition. Guard it against all who attempt to sabotage your blessing. Stay devoted in your faith. Seek me at daybreak. As soon as you open your eyes, let praise and gratitude flow from your lips. Refuse to allow any form of negativity to cast a shadow over the radiant horizon of possibility. I open before you. I am granting you an expanded vision, the capacity to perceive beyond what others see. You will gain deeper insight into my plans, grasping my intentions to prosper you in every aspect of life. You may have navigated painful experiences recently, wounds so raw that you struggle to process them. In such moments, you might feel at a loss, but please remember, I assure you, no tragedy can triumph over you. I will never permit shame to consume my beloved child. You will stand victorious over every hissing threat, every menacing giant. It is time for you to acknowledge who you really are, a son or daughter of the Almighty, clothed with strength, called to be a victor. No force in heaven or on earth can succeed against you, because my power sustains you. Recognize that you are not defeated, you are a conqueror. If your heart brims with compassion for others, share these words with those who also need hope. Join me in spreading the good news so others may discover that I stand ready to transform their lives. Together we can continue blessing the multitudes. I have longed to whisper these truths to you. You are my treasure, and I take such delight in you. Always remember that I, the Lord, am your devoted Father, your unshakable refuge, your shield in the storm, your guiding light in every shadow. I will be with you for all eternity, and my love for you will never run dry. Let my words settle in your heart. Let them become an anchor for your soul, so that in moments of confusion or sorrow you can remember my voice calling you by name, welcoming you home into my arms. I, the Lord your God, speak these words of life to you. I hover near even when you doubt my presence. I hold you up even when your strength is depleted. I infuse you with resilience even when your body and mind are weary. Feel that gentle stirring within you. That is my spirit, igniting fresh passion and guiding you toward my perfect will. Yes, I say it again, my love never fails. Let these truths echo throughout your being until every fear dissolves, every insecurity fades, and every chain of apprehension breaks. From this moment on, walk in this holy confidence. Let the supernatural realm of faith envelop you. Let your praise rise, let your worship ascend like sweet incense. You are not the mistakes you have made. You are not the sorrow that once suffocated you. You are not even the labels others tried to force upon you. You are mine, sealed forever in the covenant of unbreakable love. Trust that I can reorder every dysfunctional area of your life. I can rectify every injustice. I can mend each heartbreak. I can rebuild what has been torn down. My power is not distant or inactive. You will watch as all these promises unfold in your life, as you stand amazed at my goodness. Even those who belittle you will witness how my light radiates from you, an undeniable testimony of my love. Let that spark in your heart grow into a flame of victory. Yes, there will still be battles, yet every confrontation is an opportunity for you to discover on a deeper level that I have equipped you to prevail. My own spirit dwells within you, bridging every gap of inadequacy. Oh, how I love you more profoundly than you will ever comprehend. One day you will see me face to face, and you will know with everlasting clarity that this love is genuine. Until then, rest in my promises and let them soak into every corner of your life. Return to them in times of stress. Remind yourself of them in times of triumph. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Every tear you shed, I transform into the seeds of greater blessing. Each trial you endure, I shape into a testimony of my redeeming grace. You will flourish like a tree planted by living waters, bearing fruit in its season, its leaves never withering. Take heart, I have never once forsaken you. I do not plan to start now. Immerse yourself in my unwavering grace. Step into the new day with expectancy, for my mercies are fresh every morning. Have confidence in my leading. Throughout the day, I will speak to you in gentle nudges, quiet revelations, and at times, indirect breakthroughs that cannot be mistaken as coincidence. When the night comes, yield your heart to me once more. Before you rest, let your soul enter communion with my spirit in that sacred hush. You will find healing in those moments, healing for every fractured emotion, every anxious thought, every weary bone. I am more than willing to mend what has been broken, to redeem what was once lost, and to breathe life where it seemed only despair lingered. Even if you cannot yet articulate how my love sustains you, believe that it does. Each day, step forward in the knowledge that I am on your side, championing your cause, caring for every detail of your life. You needn't strive to be perfect. You need only to remain open daily, surrendering your heart to me. Recall the times I have already manifested my power on your behalf. Keep those memories alive as evidence of my faithfulness. Remind yourself constantly that I have neither changed nor weakened. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I do not leave my children to flounder in confusion or desperation. My light consistently breaks forth in the midst of darkness. So as you look ahead, expect new wonders. You may not have all the answers, but I do. You may not see how the puzzle pieces fit, but I see every detail, weaving a tapestry of purpose, beauty, and eternal significance. Let my perspective guide you, lifting you above the clouds of frustration and worry. Look to me, your everlasting rock, your fountain of living water. Even if your path winds through the wilderness, that wilderness will bloom with the fragrance of hope. Storms may erupt, but no tempest can extinguish the inner flame I have ignited in you. You are chosen to be a beacon of my love to others, to your family, your workplace, your community, and beyond. Freely you have received, freely share. Show compassion as I have shown you compassion. Extend grace just as I have lavished grace upon you. Be a channel of my mercy, so that rivers of living water may flow through your life, quenching the dryness in others. It is in this giving that you will discover an even deeper joy, for in blessing others you are reflecting my own heart. Understand that you are no ordinary person. You are my beloved, my precious child, redeemed for the sake of love's ultimate display. Yes, I will strengthen you in every area where you feel inadequate. I will supply wisdom when you are baffled. I will pour out peace when you are agitated by turmoil. I will fill you with spiritual insight to overcome the illusions and half-truths that swirl around you. Do not let your heart be troubled. Believe in me. Cling to the certainty of my abiding presence. That is how you stand firm under pressure, by aligning your thoughts with my word. Let my voice be the loudest in your mind, overriding the clamor of the world. Let my truth shape your identity. Let my grace define your potential. Should you ever find yourself wavering, come back to me without hesitation. Let each stumble be followed by repentance and a stronger resolve, for I do not shame you. I pick you up, dust you off, and encourage you to keep moving ahead. My will is for you to grow through every season, learning to trust my ability to turn even the deepest valleys into the most fertile ground for transformation. Be confident that my plans for your life remain good, full of hope and promise. Your story does not end in calamity. Rather, it unfolds into redemption, beyond your wildest dreams. Let your spirit inhale my love as often as you breathe in air. Let it be the sustaining force that upholds you. Whenever the burden grows heavy, you need only whisper my name, Jesus, help me, and I will step in. That is my nature, to rescue, to comfort, to revive, to empower. If despair tries to snare you once more, recall that you have a divine advocate. The Holy Spirit within you groans in intercession, guiding you back to the foot of the cross, reminding you of the salvation that has set you free. There is no condemnation in my kingdom, only correction born of love, only conviction that leads you toward healing. Stay open and teachable. Let my Holy Spirit direct and refine you. In doing so, you will see your capacity for love expand, your patience deepen, and your willingness to forgive grow stronger. You will cultivate resilience, mastering adversity rather than yielding to it. The spiritual fruit I produce within you, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, will shine forth, drawing others to the source of your transformation. And that source is me, your ever-present, always faithful God. There is no shortage of grace in my storehouse. There is no end to the love I extend. Lean on me. Let my mighty arms bear your weight. Do not fear the unknown. The future is not a void of uncertainty when you walk with me. It is a grand canvas upon which my promises become realities. Each day you step closer to the fulfillment of my spoken word over your life. Walk courageously. Take each step in faith, even when the path ahead is dim. My light will illuminate the way. When sorrow tries to revisit, quickly turn to me, and you will find that my comfort surpasses any fleeting comfort the world can offer. I continue to watch over you with the tender gaze of a loving father. You are never too old, too young, too broken, or too lost for me to use you in magnificent ways. Do not limit what I can accomplish through you by entertaining negative thoughts or letting past failures define you. I break the shackles of old regrets, freeing you to seize the blessings of the present. I am not ashamed to call you my child. Indeed, I celebrate you. I rejoice in who you are and who you are becoming. With me at your side, your potential is limitless. The same spirit that raised me from the dead dwells within you, and that power can breathe fresh life into even the most stagnant dreams. So let your faith stretch itself, daring to imagine bigger. Dare to see yourself in the overflow of my goodness. Dare to walk in the supernatural dimension of healing, deliverance, and restoration that I have made available. Dare to speak to the mountains that obstruct your path, commanding them to move. Watch in awe as they obey, because my word in your mouth is sharper than any two-edged sword. The time for timidity is gone. The season of condemnation is over. There is a new dawn upon you. Choose to be strong and courageous. Even if circumstances attempt to smother your optimism, stand up. Raise your voice in worship. Something powerful happens when you exalt me amid adversity. Chains break, oppression flees, clarity emerges. You experience the reality that my joy is your strength. With that joy coursing through your being, you find yourself able to walk on water, unafraid of the raging sea. Let that be the posture of your heart at every turn. Look to me and I will never fail you. Lift up your head, beloved, for your redemption draws near. Refuse to slump beneath the weight of this fallen world. Remember that you are an heir with Christ, destined for fellowship with me that transcends mere religion or ceremony. It is a vibrant, dynamic relationship rooted in daily intimacy. The victory is already yours. When I rose from the grave, I imparted the power of resurrection to all who believe. This is not a historical event for you to admire from a distance. It is a present reality for you to live every single day, forging you into a conqueror who rises above adversity. Let all these words sink deeply into your heart. Think on them as you go about your routines. May they return to your memory at unexpected moments, offering solace and strength. I repeat, you are not alone. I am your fortress, your champion, your unyielding anchor in every tempest. Your name is engraved upon my palm. I hold you securely, and no power in the cosmos can snatch you from my embrace. When you cannot make sense of your situation, lean into the mystery of faith. My ways may be higher than your ways, but they are always for your good. Over time, the pieces will come together, forming a masterpiece that displays my sovereignty and your redemption story. Release any lingering shame over what you could have done differently in the past. Release resentment toward those who hurt you. Hand it all to me. I am the ultimate judge, the healer of broken hearts. I orchestrate justice in ways you cannot begin to imagine. Your responsibility is to keep your heart pure, trusting me to bring every matter to its right conclusion. The measure of your spiritual maturity is not in never stumbling, but in choosing to remain near me after every stumble. Let your prayers be honest, your worship wholehearted, your relationship saturated in grace. Then watch as my favor envelops every facet of your being. Carry this awareness with you everywhere. Let it shape your interactions, your decisions, your responses to life's surprises. The atmosphere changes when you walk in the authority of my name. Heaven's resources back you, for you are not alone in this battle. My angelic hosts surround those who fear me. Have confidence in that. Step forward in boldness. Hold on to hope like a lifeline. Let your soul awaken each morning with the jubilant cry, "My God is for me, and therefore nothing can prevail against me." And let your spirit sing that anthem through every valley you traverse. I know how much you long to see certain breakthroughs. A loved one restored, a health crisis resolved, a mountain of debt dissolved, a fearsome stronghold toppled. Do not lose heart. Every prayer you utter in faith rises before my throne. I see you, I hear you, and I am working all things according to my perfect timeline. My intervention often comes in ways you least expect. You may not always perceive my hand, but rest assured it's there, guiding outcomes to bring maximum growth and eventual joy. Keep your eyes open for even the smallest glimmers of my movement. Each answered prayer, however minor it may seem, points to my presence. Let those moments bolster your faith. I delight to lavish my children with blessings, sometimes huge, sweeping miracles, sometimes the gentle breath of grace that changes your perspective. Tune your heart to the hush of my voice. Between the noise, you will discover the melodic whisper of my spirit, affirming you with truth and love. Trust, rest, believe, obey. These 4 actions form the foundation of your renewed life. Trust that I will not fail you. Rest in the knowledge of my infinite care. Believe that my word is unchanging regardless of circumstances. Obey my spirit's leading, even when logic protests, for my ways outstrip human reasoning. That is how you grow, how you ascend to new heights of faith, how you become radiant with my glory. This process is your inheritance. Your rightful portion is one of my beloved. Even now, I am with you, cradling your soul in my gentle hands. Let my affection envelop you. In my presence, confusion dissipates. In my embrace, your wounds are treated, your mind is renewed, your emotions are stabilized, and your spirit is strengthened. Feel my love washing over you, saturating every cell in your body with heavenly vitality. This is no mere emotion. It is my eternal commitment to you, sealed forever on the cross. No condemnation can stand against it. No power of darkness can overshadow it. When the sun sets and your thoughts drift toward the uncertain future, or regrets from the past, or tasks undone, hush those worries. Let me speak into that silence. Hear my voice assuring you, I am here. I have all things under control. I am good. I do not change. I am for you. Let that still small voice calm every storm within. Place your head on your pillow in the confidence that I remain watchful. Indeed, I never slumber. Throughout the night, my protective hand rests over you like a canopy of grace, ensuring that no enemy can trespass on what I have declared sacred, your life. And in the morning, greet me again, thankful to be alive, for life itself is a marvelous testament to my mercy. In that moment, invite me to guide your steps. Bring your family, your dreams, your finances, your challenges, everything you carry, and yield them once more into my capable hand. This is the life of faith, daily surrender, daily renewal, daily receiving of my love. You are on a wondrous adventure of discovering my goodness, one step at a time, day by day. Keep your eyes open. There will be divine appointments, timely encounters, and opportunities to grow in character and wisdom. Yes, some days will be demanding, some nights will feel long, but my sustaining grace is woven into each one. Let your heart remain hungry for my presence, for I promise that those who hunger and thirst for righteousness will be filled. And as you are filled, you become a source of hope and empathy for those around you who are struggling. Your life is not an isolated island. It is a beacon guiding others to me. That is part of your calling. To be a lighthouse in the storms of life, reflecting my glory, so that many can find the shores of redemption. Therefore, do not minimize your worth. Do not hide your talents. Step forth, trusting that I will multiply what you place in my hand. I care about every detail, big or small. Nothing escapes my notice, from your quiet sighs in the late hours to the bold leaps of faith you take when prompted by my spirit. I rejoice in your every step of obedience and faith. Keep going, keep pursuing me. My arms never tire of embracing you. My voice never grows weary of affirming you. Understand this. You do not have to earn my love. I loved you first, before you loved me. Rest in that truth now. Let me speak over you once more. You are accepted, forgiven, redeemed, and adored. You are my treasured possession, safe in the fortress of my will. This day, my favor wraps around you like a shield. My goodness pursues you every moment, and my peace stands guard over your heart. Refuse to accept anything less than the fullness I offer, and never doubt my willingness to bless you, to teach you, to comfort you, to guide you, and to protect you all the days of your life. I do it all because I love you, and I will love you still tomorrow and the next day, and every day thereafter into forever. That is my final word. I love you. Indeed, I am the author of that love, infinite in its scope and endless in its depth. So, beloved, rise each morning with hope. Go through each night with assurance. Live every moment enveloped in the knowledge that you are cherished. This is my heart toward you, my promise, and my eternal covenant. I am yours, and you are mine, always. Let this reality resonate in every breath you take, infusing you with courage and joy unspeakable. I will remain with you until the end of the age and beyond, for you, my precious child, are profoundly and eternally loved. My dear child, I speak to you now from the depths of my everlasting heart, and I want you to feel how profoundly I treasure you. I see you coming into my presence with your eyes closed in faith, stretching out your hand, longing for an answer that only I can provide. I know the weight that sometimes rests on your shoulders, the doubts that creep into your mind, and the fears that attempt to build walls around your heart. Yet I want you to remember that your faith, as small as it might seem to you, is precious to me. When you feel weak, know that your weakness is the perfect space for my strength to fill you. When you feel as though you have nothing left to give, remember that I am your endless source of hope and consolation. Listen closely to the whispers of my love, for in those whispers you will discover a fountain of life, a reassurance that I hold you in my eternal arms. I speak these words to you because you have taken the time to be still before me, to trust that I am near, and to believe that I am capable of transforming every valley into a place of growth and every desert into a place of refreshment. I see your heart, child. I know the longing that beats within you. I know every tear you cry. I see how you return day after day, hoping, believing, and waiting. You display a faith so beautiful, so valuable, and so powerful that I want to pour my love into every corner of your being. I want to heal those wounds that the past has inflicted, to mend the hidden cracks in your heart. I want you to walk through each day with the unshakable confidence that you are loved beyond measure, and that every night you lie down to sleep, you can rest in my arms without fear. Feel my embrace right now. Envision my hands resting gently upon your head, guiding your thoughts, redirecting your steps, and realigning your perspective with the truth of my kingdom. I long to fill your life with blessings, with remarkable surprises that lift your spirit. I invite you to stay close, to remain steadfast, and to continue meeting me with anticipation. You do not need to speak. Sometimes the deepest prayers are formed in silence, where the heart communes with me in quiet surrender. Close your eyes, my child, and sense the tenderness that flows from my lips toward you. Take these words of consolation and allow them resonate in every cell of your body. Let my love heal those scars and soothe any storm inside you. In my presence, you can find rest, peace, and an unending flow of grace. I want your family to experience the same outpouring of goodness. I want the days of strife to dwindle and a new season of prosperity to dawn upon your household. Even if you have at times viewed yourself as ordinary, unimportant, or too humble to be noticed, remember that you are the beloved creation of the Almighty. You carry a blessing far greater than any temporary material riches. You have welcomed me into your heart. You have cultivated a sensitivity to spiritual truths that many will never know. I can speak to you at any hour, and you will hear me. You will sense my guidance as I open doors that others find closed. When you choose to follow my path, you will discover a goodness and purpose that outlasts any fleeting pleasure. Do not envy the roads that others take, even if they seem to flourish with glamour or popularity. In the end, those paths lead to sorrow. You, on the other hand, walk under the banner of my love and my eternal purpose. Hold your head high in the awareness that you do not need to impress anyone to be significant to me. You have nothing to fear, for you understand my word, and you know the security of my presence. The doors of my house stand wide open for you. You are welcome here at all times, and you can pour out your heart before me without hesitation. In no other place will you encounter a love this pure and marvelous. My child, I love you with an everlasting love. I hold in my hands the perfect solution to every challenge you face. Come, draw near, and trust that I am who I say I am. Let your heart remain confident in my mercy. Many times you have felt unworthy. Perhaps you have heard the voice of doubt telling you that you have failed or wandered too far. But I assure you that is not true. There is a light within you, a gentle flame that still burns and yearns for my presence. And I, your God, wait for you with open arms, desiring to wash you in forgiveness and acceptance. Do not fear returning to me, even if you feel confused or uncertain about the next step. You believed you had strong faith, but then storms arose, relationships broke, and the people you trusted departed from your life without a second thought. You wondered if I was paying attention. You questioned if I truly heard your pleas. But I am always on time. I have never left you. I was working quietly behind the scenes, providing the answers and solutions you needed. I whispered words of hope, but you did not yet trust that my voice was real. Now you stand at a crossroads once more. Let your heart be open, for I am speaking again. Do not walk away from my presence. This is where you are cherished, protected, and understood. There is a resting place for you here, where you can unburden the heavy load you have carried for so long. Lay your head on my shoulder. Allow my spirit to soothe every anxiety. As you settle down to sleep, I will guide your dreams into realms of supernatural peace. You will walk along waters so clear they mirror the radiance of heaven, and there you will find that your pains, frustrations, and sorrows are washed away. When you awaken, you will feel a surge of new strength, You will realize that I have taken the heavy yoke from your shoulders. It is gone. In its place, you will discover the reward I bestow upon those who remember how to believe, those who acknowledge their mistakes and return to their first love. You do not need to wander aimlessly searching for someone to offer empty words of comfort. I am here, and my word is alive. Let it penetrate the deepest parts of your heart. Let it infuse you with the power of my Holy Spirit. I am your life, your blessing, your answer. And if you believe in Christianity, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Trust me with all your being, and you will watch the mountains of difficulty crumble before you. Let my true light guide you out of every shadow that tries to cling to your home, your family, and your mind. Each day, keep seeking me with humility, opening your heart to my perfect will. Receive my words as nourishment for your soul. Treasure them and let them shape your thoughts so that negativity cannot take root. Keep your Bible near you. Let it greet you in the morning and bid you good night in the evening. Read it with eager expectation. Reflect on the promises I have spoken to you, for they will sustain you in moments of weakness. They will fill you with a courage that defies every discouragement. If you struggle to understand them, spend time in prayer. Invite my Spirit to illumine your mind, and you will see the path of wisdom and truth laid out before you. Each day, return to me. Let your soul breathe in the reality of my love until all your fears melt away. You live in a world filled with challenges, but you do not have to face them burdened by panic or frustration. Surrender every anxious thought to me, for I am able to bring you into a place of genuine freedom. Look ahead to the coming months with hope. I am pouring out a waterfall of divine encouragement upon you. I am strengthening you to stand firm so that your household no longer suffers under the weight of financial strain or emotional conflict. I desire that your home overflow with words of kindness and love instead of contention. Let the walls of strife be replaced by an atmosphere of forgiveness and reconciliation. I am your shepherd, your way, your truth, your life. I long for you and your family to walk in my divine protection, covered by grace that keeps you safe from every scheme of darkness. The power of my blood covers you and cleanses you from every sin. I have broken the chains of the past, and no evil power, no curse, no spell can ever harm you. Do not believe the empty threats of the enemy. You belong to me. You are safe, and your family is held within my care. Let these words sink in. Trust me above all other voices. Immerse yourself in the river of my power, love, and liberty. Allow my supernatural, transforming light to illuminate your heart, your family, and your home. Believe in the wonderful blessings I have prepared for you. Remember all those moments when I delivered you from impossible situations, when I worked miracles that left you speechless, proving my hand is never too short to save. Write it down now with conviction. Testify to your own soul and declare that I am God, and I will continue to do immeasurably more than you can imagine. I want you to listen carefully to these words, without rushing away or letting your attention wander. Each sentence I speak to you carries life, and I long for you to absorb them into your spirit. I love you more than you can fully comprehend. I desire to pour out tenderness and peace in the midst of your trials. Even if discipline and correction sometimes accompany my words, know that it is for your good, to bring you wholeness within. I want you to understand that there is nothing too difficult for me. You have already seen glimpses of my faithfulness. You have begun to see how my word never fails. But there is a stumbling block that I must address in your heart. Not to condemn you, but to free you, so you can walk with an even greater measure of blessing. Let go of your complaints. Release every negative thought, every pattern of bitterness, and every anxious prediction. Do not allow them to choke out the beauty of your faith. Nurture your heart with gratitude. Surround yourself with people who will encourage you to trust, to hope, and to rest in my promises. Run from those who bring confusion, who sow discord, or who feed your fears. Choose life. Choose words that edify. Decide today whether you will fully trust me or cling to the illusion of safety offered by the world. By abandoning every complaint, by embracing the power of hope, you will step into a season of breakthrough. Provision, healing, deliverance, and family restoration await you. Joy will fill your heart like never before, and your gratitude will overflow in uncontainable praise. Take hold of me, child. Truly commit your doubts and worries into my hands. Stop trying to handle every struggle in your own strength. Let me show you the depth of this love I have for you. I see your sincerity. I appreciate how you come to me with honesty, how you share your innermost burdens. I admire the excitement that dances within you when you approach my throne in prayer, confident that I hear every whisper. The rhythm of your heartbeat is music to my ears, especially when joy resonates within you. I long to replace your discomfort, your illnesses, and your hidden sorrow with the gentle warmth of my presence. I want you to know, truly know, that you are cherished with an unbreakable devotion. My beloved, you do not have to walk with your head down or your steps heavy. No more lamenting over situations that seem too big. I am the architect of your future and the sustainer of your present. Observe how I will manifest my love in ways that will surprise and delight you. If someone attempts to discourage you, you will sense my spirit rising up within you, fortifying your resolve and reminding you that you are forever loved. If sadness attempts to pull you into despair, you will feel my everlasting arms lifting you out. Let my supernatural wall of protection surround your heart and your home. From this day forward, you will dwell beneath the shadow of my wings, and no evil plan can penetrate the barrier of my love. Believe it with all your being. This love is real. It is more certain than the ground beneath your feet. It is more constant than the shifting seasons. My love is the ultimate gift, more precious than any miracle you might request. Keep your heart open to that love, allowing it to heal, restore, and empower you. I delight in your grateful heart. Each morning when you rise, you offer me thanks, and I am profoundly moved by your devotion. Even when others ridicule you for trusting in a God they cannot see, you stand firm in the certainty of my reality. You know I watch over you. You have experienced my blessings and cannot deny my power. Because of your unwavering faith, you shine with a radiance that points others to my glory. You are my child, and I treasure your steadfast spirit. Return to me again tomorrow at the break of dawn, before life's demands pull you in 1,000 directions. I will be waiting. I will hold you once more in the light of my perfect love. I speak peace, serenity, strength, and wisdom into your life today. I have listened to every petition you have presented. I honor your faithfulness in prayer, your willingness to come before me with humility, acknowledging that you need my help. Yes, I know you are not perfect, yet I see in your soul a genuine repentance, a desire to change your mindset and behavior. It is because of that desire for transformation that my heart overflows with compassion toward you. You have walked through many difficult chapters, but rest assured, I have shielded you from harm you never even saw. Now I am pouring into you a supernatural wisdom so that you can make sound decisions. You will no longer be easily swayed by the manipulations of those who do not have your best interests at heart. Instead, you will stand with resolve in the truth of my word. You have come to me today because you long for my touch. Leave here renewed. Let my authority reflect on your face, shining through your eyes in the form of joy. Let gratitude bloom upon your lips, becoming a welcoming gateway for blessing. I will shower abundance on your life, and you will find the resources you need, both physically and spiritually. Rise up now and continue your journey. You will not walk alone. I will place individuals in your path who support you and spur your faith onward. Stay away from those who tear down love, who breed divisiveness, or attempt to distance you from those who genuinely care for you. I recognize that some in your family have not yet experienced the light of my love. They remain skeptical, resistant, or apathetic to the call of my grace. However, I want to use you as an instrument of my affection, a messenger of hope. I am giving you courage, empathy, and deep compassion, so you can share with them what you have received from me. You must remain intimately connected to me if you wish to see healing flow into your home. If you feel discouragement creeping in, remember that I am your limitless source of strength. Yes, child, this world can be harsh, but I promise that for those who remain close to me, there is an unwavering promise of renewal. I will guard, guide, and bless you and your entire household. Take hold of my love with confidence. Let your heart declare, "Yes, Father, I receive your blessing." I will remove the stumbling blocks that hinder your path. I will tear down the walls that keep you from seeing the grandeur of your destiny. I will break every chain that has caused you pain. The burdens that once felt insurmountable will vanish. I have watched you sail through storms that blew fiercely against your ship, attempting to submerge you beneath the waters of despair. But you have endured. Now behold what I will do. I will command my breath to blow upon those raging waves. I will calm them, and the darkness that tried to entangle you in fear will fade away. Listen to the words I speak, for they carry the power to unleash genuine miracles in your life. They will open the door to the changes you have prayed for, the opportunities you have yearned to seize, and the second chances you thought were impossible. But I must warn you lovingly, do not treat this grace lightly. Do not hear my invitation today only to forget it tomorrow. Do not play with my mercy as though it were merely a trinket. Nourish your spirit daily with truth. Feed your heart with the sweet honey of wisdom from above. Allow these teachings to mold your character. Put them into practice, for knowledge without action bears no fruit. I will remind you each morning that I am near. If you cannot discern my presence with your physical senses, remember that I am found wherever faith abounds. I desire to grant your petitions, especially those that align with my heart. But your faith is the key that unlocks the storehouse of my blessings. When you step forward in obedience, trusting in my word, the impossible becomes possible. You have felt me stirring your spirit, calling you to release resentment, to turn away from anger, to embrace forgiveness, to extend kindness even when you are wounded. Through these acts of obedience, your faith grows stronger, and you position yourself to receive even more of my provision. I have proclaimed that this is a season of powerful changes in your life. You will see long-standing obstacles topple. You will see blessings flow where once there was only dryness. You will be liberated from debt. I will provide good work for your hands and the strength to carry it out. Your part is to rise each day with diligence, unburdened by complaint, trusting that I am with you. As you take those practical steps of perseverance, you will find greater success than you have dared to hope for. Remember, your faith is the key that opens doors no one can shut. It will empower you to see beyond the present difficulties and claim the inheritance that is rightfully yours through Christ. Let your heart overflow with expectant joy, because you will witness wondrous events unfolding all around you. March forward undaunted, knowing that my presence surrounds you. Do not become discouraged by temporary setbacks or delays. My timing is perfect, though it often does not align with your own schedules. When you remain steadfast, your testimony grows stronger each day. I am forming your character so you can steward the blessings responsibly. One day soon, you will look back and realize that every moment, both painful and joyful, was woven together for your ultimate good and the shining of my glory. Right now, pause and linger with me. You do not have to speak. You do not have to fill the silence with words. Let your soul find solace in simply being with me. Quiet your heart. Breathe slowly. Feel the stirring of my spirit washing over you, pouring into your entire being a heavenly balm that restores your weary soul. Sorrow cannot remain where I dwell. Fear cannot flourish under the warmth of my love. Troubles have to release their grip when faith steps forth. You gave me the most precious offering, your heart. That is the gift that matters to me more than anything else. Step away just for a moment from the cares of this life. Imagine my arms enveloping you, pulling you close, and letting the tears you have been holding back finally flow in safety. For this is a holy space. Here I see every tremor of your spirit. I am well aware of how deeply you have struggled. Though you sometimes feel alone, I have never once turned my gaze away from you. I have charted your steps from the day you were born. Long before that, in fact, I formed you with a specific plan, one that will unfold across the tapestry of your life, shining with hope, even when the shadows press in. Hear my voice, dear one. Take the stillness of this moment and remember that you are never truly by yourself. People around you may fail to understand you completely. They might disregard your pain or misunderstand your dreams. But I know you perfectly. I stand with you. My presence is close as your breath. My spirit is the wind that breathes life into every dry place in your heart. Even when you are on the brink of collapse, even when it feels like you have no direction, I am your guiding star, the light that cannot be extinguished. Remain here a little longer before you move on with your day. Let my reassurance bathe your heart. Accept the infusion of courage, confidence, and supernatural trust that I am releasing over you. Lean into me so I can remove your burdens, the self-doubt, the haunting regrets, the shame that tries to whisper that you are unlovable. I replace them all with something far greater, my peace, which transcends every earthly trouble, my calm presence, which silences the thunder of chaos, my compassion, which purifies you from guilt and condemnation, my Holy Spirit, which empowers you to rise above every trial, my blessings, which will overflow into every aspect of your life. Tomorrow, come back to me again. I will be here waiting to embrace you with arms wide open. I love you, and I want you to remember that my blessings are near. You have sown seeds of tears and intercession, seeds of trust when all felt uncertain, seeds of obedience when the world was calling you elsewhere. This is the season of harvest. You are about to gather that which you have sown faithfully. But be wise and do not squander the blessings that come your way. Hold them with gratitude. Remember that true abundance is not measured merely in material wealth, but in the depth of your faith, the love that flourishes in your relationships, and the peace that guards your soul. Look around and see how blessed you already are. Reflect on my faithfulness in ways that exceed material success. Like and share the video if you have trust in the words of the God. Subscribe to the channel if you love Jesus. Consider how many times I rescued you from peril, how many nights I comforted you when loneliness was heavy. Think of every morning you awoke with breath in your lungs, with the chance to start anew. Life itself is my exquisite gift to you. With each moment you have the privilege to love, to forgive, to create, to connect with others, and to explore the beauty of my creation. Your existence is invaluable. Let that spark joy within you, the simple fact that you are alive and intimately known by me. Yes, my child, you can always approach me. Pour out your tears here before my throne and know that I share in your sorrow. When you are broken, I am not a distant observer. I come close, for my heart aches with compassion for you. There is never a moment when I am detached from your struggles. Confide in me, for I will never betray you or use your vulnerabilities against you. In my presence, you will find not condemnation but mercy, not punishment but forgiveness, not shame but restoration. At times, you have felt uncertain, lacking clarity about what you truly believe. You wonder if your faith is just an illusion. Yet deep inside your spirit testifies that I am real, that I am who I say I am, and that I have chosen you. Resist the temptation to doubt your identity in me. You are my child, and that truth cannot be overturned by any lie. You belong to me, not by your merit, but by my sovereign grace and everlasting love. Embrace the promise that no situation, no human opinion, and no demonic scheme can pluck you from my hand. Yes, the storms of life are relentless. Financial burdens may come, family conflicts may intensify. Your own thoughts might betray you, suggesting that you have already reached the limits of your endurance. But I speak life into you today. My voice parts the dark clouds and ushers in a sunrise of new beginnings. I invite you to truly believe that I am at work, forging a path even when you see only obstacles. The difficulties you face are not meant to destroy you, but to refine you, proving the preciousness of your faith. Surrender each struggle to me. Trust that my power to save far outweighs the weight of your circumstances. Learn from each day. Embrace the lessons found in heartbreak and disappointment, for in those moments your reliance on me grows stronger. Rejoice in the daily victories, no matter how small they seem, because each victory testifies to my loving involvement in your life. This is how I shape you, day by day, trial by trial, triumph by triumph, breath by breath. I am building a masterpiece of grace within you. I am preparing you to be a blessing to others, to be a living testimony of the wonders of my love. When you look in the mirror, see yourself through the lens of my eyes. You are not an afterthought. You are not a random creation. From the foundation of the world, I willed you into being with tender purpose. I know the exact number of hairs on your head. My spirit dwells within you, longing to guide you deeper into my truth. Even your struggles and flaws are not wasted. I can convert every scar into a testimony of redemption. I can transform your regrets into points of wisdom, your weaknesses into spaces where my strength shines brightest. Child, do not be afraid of tomorrow. Do not let the shadows of what-ifs loom over you. The future belongs to me, and I delight in paving it for your good. When you abide in me, I faithfully order your steps. Even when life veers off your planned course, my grace meets you with unmatched precision. Keep your heart open, and you will see how my creativity orchestrates each intersection, each meeting, each opportunity, each closed door, and each open window for a grand purpose. The enemy seeks to twist your perspective, to inject cynicism into your thoughts, to make you believe that your trust in me is in vain. Whenever you sense that discouragement creeping in, lift your eyes to me. Fix your gaze on my word, for there is power in my promises. Speak them out loud when doubt tries to take root. Remind your soul that you can do all things through Christ, that no weapon formed against you will prevail, that I am your refuge and shield, and that I have wondrous plans for you. Plans for hope and a future. This is your shield of faith, the divine armor that deflects every flaming arrow of negativity. Observe how your faith, when nurtured, blossoms into fruit that blesses not only you but also those around you. Your attitude changes, your patience grows, your capacity to forgive expands. People around you notice a shift, an unexplainable peace that draws them in. Some may ask, why are you so calm? How can you have hope right now? You will answer, because I know my Father's love, because He is faithful, because He has saved me time and time again. In these moments, you do more than speak words. You become a living witness of my transformative power. My dear child, I want your household to be a sanctuary of peace. I want every corner of your home to resonate with the music of unity and joy. I want to uproot quarrels, bitterness, and mistrust. Invite me into your daily conversations. Let your words be seasoned with kindness so that healing flows freely through your relationships. If there is resentment lurking in any room of your heart, bring it before me. Let me wash it away. Let me repair the breaches and cracks that have formed in your connections with loved ones. Let me heal the misunderstandings that seem irreparable. In my presence, no fracture is beyond restoration. Hear me, child, your household is free from every curse. My shed blood on the cross has canceled the power of evil over your family. You are redeemed. You are sealed as mine. But do not permit the enemy to whisper lies that you are still bound. Do not entertain superstitions that suggest darkness can overtake what I have already claimed as my own. Stand firm in the knowledge of your salvation, declaring that my promises are your inheritance, which no force can revoke. You hold my word in your hands. Its truth is an anchor in every storm. Read it not as an old document, but as a living testament of who I am, of what I have done, and of what I will continue to do for you. Within its pages, you will discover the story of my love for humanity, the story that continues in your life even now. The more you immerse yourself in these truths, the more courage you will find to live boldly, to speak life in every situation, and to trust in my sovereignty. Even when the sky looks dark, let my light dispel the shadows that attempt to creep into your mind. Let this same light shine through you, spreading hope wherever you go. I have chosen you, and I will guide you even in the little details of your journey. Be patient with yourself and with the process. Seeds do not sprout into full bloom overnight. The fruit of blessing often takes time to appear, just as a baby requires months in the womb, or a seed must break and grow beneath the soil before bearing a harvest. But rest assured, I will not fail you. Set your eyes on the horizon. With each step, move forward, confident that my hand supports you. You are leaving behind old mindsets and stepping into the newness of my promises. You do not walk alone. Heaven's armies march beside you, warring on your behalf. If your spiritual eyes were open, you would witness my angels encamped around you. They shield you from dangers seen and unseen. They fight battles that you could not endure on your own. They surround your home, ensuring that no evil will prevail against you. Stand in awe at the magnitude of my care for you. You ask, why would you do so much for me? Because love cannot help but give. I love you deeply and intimately. I love you in a way that outlasts your frailties. My love is not like the world's love, which withers under strain. My love is a burning flame that never dims, a raging ocean whose tide never recedes. It is the truest thing about you that you are loved by the Creator of the stars. And because you are cherished, I delight in surprising you with my goodness, in orchestrating wonders in your life, in seeing you thrive and become a channel of blessing to others. Yes, there will always be opposition wherever you go. Some will try to discredit your faith or belittle your conviction. In your workplace, in your community, or even among close acquaintances, negative voices might try to drown out your joy. But take heart. Remember that I stand with you. Their words hold no true weight compared to my truth. Their insults cannot diminish your worth. Their hostility cannot undermine my promises to you. The presence of enemies is not a sign of my absence, but rather an opportunity for you to see my protection revealed. So do not fear. Do not let their false accusations or their sneers dishearten you. They may flaunt what they have, but if their souls are barren, they are the truly needy ones. You are my child, and your riches lie in the boundless expanse of my favor. You do not rely on man's validation, for my approval is your foundation. I formed you, I redeemed you, I have set you apart for my holy plans. Stand in that identity like a rooted tree. No matter how fierce the wind, you will not be uprooted. Trust in me above the clamor of the world. You do not pray to a lifeless deity, but to the living God who shaped galaxies with a single word. You have seen my works before, and you will see them again. I breathe life into the dry bones of your circumstances. I resurrect what seemed lost. I defend you when you feel powerless. I am your refuge in the midst of every onslaught. Lift up your faith once more. Let your heart say, I believe, Lord. I trust you. I will not be moved. Watch carefully, child. Today, I will reveal my love in tangible ways. It might be through a gentle breeze that reminds you of my comforting presence, or through the thoughtful action of a friend, or through a sudden breakthrough in a matter that has burdened you for weeks. Pay attention to these signs, for they testify that I am intimately involved in your life. When you see them, rejoice. Let gratitude spring forth. Yes, enemies might still circle, but their bark is louder than their bite, for they cannot topple the fortress I have built around you. They gather with curses on their lips, claiming you are deceived to trust in the invisible God. But in your spirit you already know the truth. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning, you sense my nearness. My love is your daily sustenance, as real as the air filling your lung. That's why your faith remains steadfast, shining like a beacon that confuses and frustrates the plans of darkness. My heart rejoices every time you choose to stand firm, every time you declare, my God is with me, and I shall not fear. Even if the mountains crumble and the earth shakes, I will uphold you. Your household is safely cradled in my almighty hand. Should the storms escalate around you, cling to my promises with even more resolve. Do not let your foot slip on the shifting sands of fear, for I am the rock that never shifts. I am your fortress, your deliverer, your all in all. With confidence, place your trust in my words, for they are tested and found true. My healing is real, my provisions are abundant, and my peace is unshakable. I am the one who sets your heart ablaze with holy passion for life, who purifies you from dismay and restores the joy you once thought was lost. I speak confidence into your inner being. I banish every lie that tries to ensnare you in guilt or helplessness. You are mine, blood-bought, redeemed, and precious. Let that reality permeate your mind. My love is proven every second you continue breathing. Do not forsake this gift of grace. Even when you falter, I remain faithful, drawing you back with cords of kindness. But child, it is time for you to step into higher ground. This message is personal. I address it directly to you because I care about every detail of your life. I desire genuine closeness with you, a day-to-day walk in which we share the sweetest fellowship. Return tomorrow. Bring your heart with the same vulnerability. I have so many more wonders to disclose, so many deeper revelations of my everlasting love. Lift your voice now and say you love me, for I long to hear it from your lips. I respond, I have loved you with an everlasting love, my precious child. Hold on to that promise. Great things are on the horizon. You have walked through adversity. You have grown weary, but I command you to stand strong, to resist the urges to give up. Victory is closer than you think. You are on the brink of stepping into a new dimension of grace and favor. I have seen the battles you faced. I have taken note of the nights you fought tears, the mornings you struggled to find motivation, the hours you wrestled with discouragement, yet you persevered. You pressed on, armed with faith, even when the road felt endless. You are almost there, dear child. Soon you will witness new expansions, new opportunities, new joys that will redefine your outlook. My angelic hosts are ready to assist you, to escort you through challenges you once deemed insurmountable. Your faith will be rewarded beyond your imagination. You will see burdens replaced by God-given responsibilities that bring you fulfillment instead of weariness, a renewed sense of purpose instead of chaos. The place you once regarded as out of reach is now within your grasp because I am clearing the path for you. Yes, it is my will to plant you in a healthier environment, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You will find yourself among people who genuinely care, who nurture your dreams, who celebrate your growth. I will break the chains of debt. I will bring you a fresh motivation to pursue the calling I have placed within you. even if at times you struggle to see it. Trust me, I am orchestrating every move. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, so continue believing in what your eyes have yet to behold. Embrace this happiness by faith now, even if you don't fully feel it. Let hope anchor your soul, for hope is the confident expectation of my goodness. You are not an accident or a mere coincidence. From the dawn of creation, I have chosen you. You know this deep down, for I have shown you countless signs of my hand at work in your life. Never think you are too broken, too lost, or too undeserving for me to rescue. I hold the power to breathe life into your darkest valleys. I want you to surrender any secrets you are still holding, any guilt that weighs you down. Release it now so you can fully step into the freedom I have for you. It's time for your heart to overflow with my grace, for your household to be filled with a renewed sense of destiny. I release my word into your life, words of restoration, hope, and triumph. These words are unstoppable. They will accomplish every purpose I sent them to fulfill. They bear fruit wherever they take root. Open your spirit wide. Let my declarations reshape your existence. I will grant you deeper insight into my ways, and once you grasp this revelation, you will never desire to leave this communion of love. I cherish you, my dear child, yes, with a love that surpasses all understanding, and in that knowledge, you find refuge, strength, and the sweetness of perfect peace. I invite you to share what you have received with those you love. Multiply the blessings by extending my words to others who need them, friends, family, neighbors, colleagues, those whose hearts cry out for assurance. This is how my kingdom grows, one heart touched at a time by my unwavering love. You are part of that story. You bear my light. You carry my message of life wherever you go, and each time you open your heart to share it, you become an instrument for miracles in someone else's life. Rest now, child, safe in my promise that I am always with you. When the sun rises tomorrow, I will still be here. Let this awareness calm every racing thought. Give me your burdens. Allow my grace to cradle your worries as you breathe in peace and exhale tension. Know that you are treasured, protected, and forever held in my everlasting arms. I see you wondering if you might forget all these promises once you resume your busy routine. That is why I ask you to cultivate consistent moments of stillness with me. Let them become an anchor throughout your day. The more you practice this intimate fellowship, the more naturally you will live in my presence. Instead of responding to stress with panic, you will respond with prayer. Instead of lashing out in anger, you will pause and remember my gentle compassion. Instead of carrying guilt, you will release it into my hands, allowing freedom to set you on a higher path. These daily choices, this lifestyle of surrender, are what shape you into a reflection of my heart. Let my kindness seep into your interactions. Let my humility guide your relationships. Let my spirit empower you to overcome old habits. Even when you slip, get back up. Run to me and I will cleanse you. My mercy is not a limited commodity. The cross was not a partial payment. It was the full, sufficient offering that forever bridged the gap between us. Embrace that reality. No condemnation stands against those who are in Christ Jesus. Your identity is anchored in my immeasurable love. Yes, hold on to my words. Revisit them when doubt reemerges, trying to argue that perhaps you misunderstood. Keep them close so that in the midnight hour when fear tries to break in, you can remember that the keeper of your soul does not slumber. I am watchful, tenderly caring for you even while you sleep. The darkness cannot overcome the light I have placed within you. Though storms may rage, you stand beneath my covering. Let my spirit strengthen you this very moment. Receive a fresh measure of faith that infuses every corner of your being. Consider the saints before you who faced unimaginable trials, yet overcame through my grace. Their stories echo through the ages, testimonies of what happens when a heart fully trusts in me. Now I write a new testimony with your life. Many will watch your journey, seeing how you lean upon me and witnessing the supernatural joy radiating from you, a joy unexplainable in human terms, yet undeniable in its brilliance. When you lie down tonight, rest assured that I have already gone before you. While you sleep, I am orchestrating breakthroughs, realigning circumstances, softening hearts, and preparing new avenues for you to flourish in. My blessings are not random. They are strategic expressions of my love for you. As dawn breaks, approach the day with expectancy. Speak words of victory rather than defeat. Sing praises rather than complaints. Honor my name rather than exalting your difficulties. Child, I am enthroned upon your praises, and I inhabit the sincere worship of your heart. If frustration attempts to grip you during the day, pause, breathe, and remember, my God is with me. A single moment of reconnection can silence 1,000 anxious thoughts. My Holy Spirit, who resides in you, gently reminds you of the truths you have heard. Tune your spirit to that voice, quieter than the clamoring distractions, yet infinitely more powerful. Each time you say yes to my prompting, you grow a little stronger, a little more secure in the knowledge that you belong to me. I speak healing over your body, restoration over your mind, and renewal over your soul. I command turmoil to flee from your household. I pour upon you the oil of gladness that you might be soothed and comforted in every place where pain once ruled. There is so much I desire to do in you, so much I want to accomplish through you. Surrender the limitations you placed on yourself, the shameful labels you once believed. Let me define who you are: a chosen, redeemed, precious child of the King. The world sees with external eyes, measuring success by possessions, status, or applause. But I, the Lord, look at your heart. I find joy in the kindness you show, in the mercy you extend, in the moments you choose obedience, even when it goes against your natural inclination. These are the treasures that catch my attention. You might think them small, but I see them as monumental acts of faith. Let my pleasure in you dispel any lingering insecurities. Walk boldly, knowing you are adored by the one who spoke universes into existence. My child, you are not alone. Every second I hold you. There is no depth you can sink to, no distance you can wander that my love cannot reach. If condemnation tries to drown you, call on my name. If you feel lost in a maze of circumstances, hold tight to my hand. If sorrow encloses you in darkness, open your heart so my light can flood in. Trust that I am not merely a God of distant cosmic power, but a Father who walks intimately beside you. Yes, dear one, take courage. The presence of adversity in your life does not equate to my absence. Often, it is precisely in the midst of adversity that you most profoundly experience my presence. When everything else falls away, you discover that I am the solid rock that never crumbles. When you face trials that tower before you, remember David facing Goliath, Moses standing at the Red Sea, and countless others throughout history who prevailed because they relied on me. And so shall you. Remind yourself often, I am not forsaken. My God is with me. I also want you to know that in your moments of triumph, when blessings shower upon you and joy abounds, do not forget me either. Stay humble, child. Acknowledge that all good things come from my hand. Let gratitude fill your prayers, so that pride has no room to settle in your heart. Continue to bless my name with sincerity, for praising me in abundance guards you against the false security that wealth, popularity, or any earthly measure of success can create. Walk in humility, and you will see my favor continue to expand. Even in your greatest achievements, I see your heart laid bare. I see whether it remains tender or if it becomes hardened by self-reliance. My desire is always for closeness, for authentic relationship. When I correct you, it's not to shame you, but to protect you from self-destruction. When I discipline you, it's because I treat you as my own beloved child, and I long for you to share in my holiness. This is a lifelong process, one that requires you to keep returning, keep learning, keep yielding to my Spirit. My beloved, do not be alarmed by your weaknesses or your failures. Instead, bring them to me. Together, we will turn them into testimonies of grace. And do not let the praises of others puff you up either. If they commend you, let your heart respond with worship. All glory belongs to my Father. Keep pointing everyone back to me, the originator of every good and perfect gift. When nighttime descends again and you face the uncertainties of tomorrow, remember this day. Remember my words. Remember the peace that enveloped you as you rested in my presence. Recall the safe refuge of my arms and how I quieted your anxieties. Let that memory be a beacon that guides you back to trust whenever the winds of life begin to howl. I have not changed. My nature remains constant through every season of your life. Today I tell you that you are stepping into a phase of abundance. Abundance of peace, abundance of joy, abundance of revelation, and abundance of grace. The seeds you planted in times of tears and perseverance will bear fruit. The prayers you lifted trembling in faith will bring forth a harvest of testimonies. Guard these blessings wisely. Invest them into the lives of those around you and continue to grow in generosity. The more you share from the overflow I give you, the more I will pour into your heart. My child, hold your head high. You are a living example of the power of redemption. Your faith journey, with its ups and downs, with its tears and praises, is a tapestry of my workmanship. I am faithful. I am good. I am the Lord who heals you, who provides for you, who restores you, who fights for you. Rest tonight in the sure knowledge of my commitment to you. The bond we share is unbreakable, forged by the blood of my Son, sealed by my Spirit, and sustained by my unwavering devotion to you. I speak these words to remind you that you are not just a face in the crowd. You are my beloved child. In the secret place where you cry out, I draw near. In the joyful place where you dance, I sing over you. In the silent place where you wait, I watch over you. In the broken place where you repent, I lift you to your feet and clothe you in mercy. And in every place, no matter how ordinary or extraordinary, I remain the constant force of love, yearning for deeper fellowship with you. Rest now, for my words shall remain alive within your spirit. Let them echo in your dreams. Let them shape your perspective. Let them transform your tomorrow. I, your God, have spoken. Receive my peace. Receive my love. When you open your eyes again, you will sense my presence, because I do not slumber. Let your spirit resonate with joy at this reality. We are inseparable. I love you, child. There is more to say, but for now, allow these truths to settle within you. Hold on to them when the next challenge arises. Cling to them like a lifesaver in the darkest sea. Come back to me each morning, early, before the demands of the day. Let your first breath be praise, your first thought be gratitude, your first step be faith. I am here, and I always will be. My unwavering, infinite, and incomparable love continues to flow, washing over you like a never-ending river. And as you receive it, pass it on to others, so my heart might reach countless souls through you. I treasure you more than you can know. Let that knowledge lighten every burden you face. And if you doubt, return to these words. Words that will always welcome you back into the safety of my embrace. In your victories and defeats, in your laughter and tears, in your rest and in your labor, remember you are mine and I am yours. I love you always, forever. Amen. My beloved child, let this word reach beyond your heart. Send it to someone aching for peace. These aren't just spoken phrases, they're spiritual seeds meant to grow within you. There's a calling on your life that cannot be ignored, and the days ahead will require your full heart, your steady faith. But know this, you never walk alone. If this message has filled you with hope, subscribe and return. Each visit, a deeper dive into purpose, strength, and spiritual clarity. Don't keep this to yourself. Offer it to someone stumbling through doubt, Let them feel the shift. Until we meet again, stay faithful, stay brave, and hold on to the truth that you are deeply known and powerfully equipped. Amen.